It's Arkansas Traveler Baseball on the CSN Radio Network. The ITT Tech pregame show is brought to you by ITT Technical Institute. We are now online at itt-tech.edu.
Live from Corpus Christi, Texas, Arkansas Traveler Baseball is on the air. Hello once again, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, where tonight minor league baseball and the Texas League present the Arkansas Travelers and the Corpus Christi Hooks in Game 3 of a 4-game series. It's a beautiful early evening on the Corpus Christi Bay as the Travs will look for their second straight win. Ended a 4-game losing streak yesterday, and they made no doubt about it early on as they jumped on top of Corpus Christi 7-0, went on for an 8-3 win. Mike Napoli jump-started the offense with his first home run in a couple of weeks, a 2-run shot in the second inning. Travs piled on Jason Hirsch with 4 runs in the second. They knocked Hirsch out of the ballgame in the third inning and sent Hirsch to his second consecutive defeat, while Daniel Davidson, pitching in relief of Tim Bittner, tossed a pretty effective 5 in the third innings to earn his 4th win of the season. And very good news coming out of the city of Tulsa as the Drillers were swept in a doubleheader by the Midland Rockhounds yesterday. That brings the Travs within 1 game in the East Division standings. Yes, the Travs picked up a full game and a half in the standings yesterday, and they sit just 1 game in back of the Drillers heading into tonight's action. You're tuned in to the ITT Technical Institute pregame show. I'm Phil Elson right here on the Creative Sports Radio Network, live tonight on our network, flagship station KASR 92.7 FM in Conway, Little Rock, Total Sports 1380 KDXE, Pine Bluffs KPBQ 101.3 FM and KOTN 1490, KBJT in Fordyce 1570 AM, and KARV in Russellville, both 610 AM and 101.3 FM. Thank you very much for tuning in to the ITT Tech pregame show. A reminder, you can always get ITT Technical Institute online at www.itt-tech.edu. Once again, that's itt-tech.edu. Sitting down to talk with Travs starting pitcher Daniel Davidson, who earned the win yesterday. The soft-tossing lefty went 5 1/3 pretty strong innings, and he sits down to chat with us in the interview right after these words on the CSN Travelers Radio Network.
As an aircraft avionics technician, I repair just about any electronic component on the airplane.
Jared Lampkin earned a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Electronics Engineering Technology in 2003 and an Associate of Applied Science degree in 2002 from the ITT Technical Institute in Birmingham, Alabama.
My bachelor's from ITT Tech is a really well-respected degree. The school has a lot of hands-on teaching, and it's a really nice atmosphere.
At ITT Technical Institute, you can pursue skills that can be used to help you prepare for a new career or create opportunities in your current field. Call 1-800-ITT-TECH. That's 1-800-ITT-TECH, or visit us on the web at www.itt-tech.edu to investigate a campus nearest you. Find a potential new path to your future at ITT Tech.
I want to move higher, get everything I can, like my own plane.
ITT Technical Institute. Education for the future.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi. I just bought a 6-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste?
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying... all I want is flavor.
Sure, there's no flavor.
Is there, like, a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no center.
I'll tell you what. I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Better choices. Sonic's got them, others don't. Come in today for the spicy taste of Sonic's new Cajun chicken sandwich. A tender grilled chicken breast topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, pepper jack cheese, and ranch dressing. Then seasoned with Sonic's savory blackened sauce. It's a little bit of New Orleans flavor served up hot and fast the way only Sonic can do it. But only for a limited time at participating Sonic drive-ins. The new Cajun chicken sandwich. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Welcome back to the ITT Technical Institute pregame show. Here is Game 3 between the Travs and the Corpus Christi Hooks about to start. We're talking with last night's Travs winning pitcher, Daniel Davidson. Daniel came in to replace Tim Bittner after the couple of innings as Bittner made his first start after that pulled hamstring. Started a little slow yesterday, Daniel, but then you finished with in a whirlwind. You set down 15 of 16 until the seventh inning. What happened in the third inning when you first came in? Did it take you a little bit of time to get loose? What happened there?
I think I just came in a different element, something I wasn't used to. We had a long inning after I was loose. I came in, sat down. We probably hit for 20 minutes, it seemed like, and then go back out and try to go full speed. And after that, I got loose, and it was quick innings from there, so it was kind of good on my part, so I could stay loose in between innings a lot better.
You seem to really find a comfort zone, even with a plate umpire in Brandon Cooney, who seemed to have a little bit of a tight strike zone. There were some borderline pitches, I think, that were called strikes the day before that you didn't get yesterday, but still you managed to get the outs. Is it sometimes difficult to pitch when the strike zone seems a little bit smaller than you think it might be?
I don't think in my pitching style it is, because my pitching style is I need to attack the plate anyways. When I nibble, I get in trouble, and I try to start missing bats instead of attacking the strike zone. So with a tighter umpire, you just have to know that you're not going to get so much. You still got to stay attacking the strike zone. You just got to know where his zone is. And coming into the third inning, I was fortunate that Mike Napoli knew what it was, and early I wasn't doing that, and I was getting behind, and then when I started to get ahead, it showed up with the results of getting people out.
Daniel, do you pay attention to the umpire strike zones during the season? When you're not pitching, do you kind of pay attention to who's behind the plate and maybe what they call and what they don't call?
A little bit. I try to pay more attention to Saunders and Bittner when they're throwing, because they're both left-handed. Saunders being a guy that throws his changeup a lot is a lot like, in the sense of how I pitch. Obviously he has more velocity on it, but we still pitch a lot alike with the fastball changeup. So he's one I would say I pay attention to what umpires call his game. So, I know if I ever get them that I can be effective with him as well.
Daniel, while you've been playing the last few times, you've gotten a pretty pitching. You do some hits throughout your career. I imagine you have to be a pretty cool customer, obviously being in jams and not letting the pressure get to you. How do you handle a tough situation, say a jam with maybe a couple guys on base and nobody out?
Well, something that Keith Comstock, our pitching coach, talks to all of us about. You're always one pitch away from being out of the inning, or at least one pitch away from a double play, which gives you 2 outs. And that's something that I try to take out there. If I get into a situation with nobody out or even one out, you're only one pitch away, and you never lose focus on what you're doing. Attack the strike zone and keep trying to get that ground ball for the double play and get your guys back in. And as far as being in a jam, it's something you're going to have to go through, and a guy that's not going to overpower you and get you strikeouts. That's something I've learned throughout my career is ground balls are your best friend to get you double plays and get you out of them as quickly as possible.
Not just that, but if the ground ball is your best friend, then those infielders have got to be your best friend too. And you got some pretty good infielders to work with. I guess you must have a lot of confidence in the guys that are right there behind you.
You have to, because if you don't, you'll be out there, and you're going to be out there. It's going to be a long night for you. So even if a guy's struggling, you still got to know he's going to make the play when you need him to. So, and that's the kind of mentality that I have, that these guys, the other 8 guys out there, are going to do their job. And with our infield, you couldn't ask for a better middle infield. And in the corners, they're great. And the outfielders, you can't say much more about them. The guys that can fly and they get to balls that most people don't get to. So, when I throw a pitch and I let it go and somebody hits it, I don't worry about it at all. I know somebody's going to have a chance to get to it, 8 out of 10 times.
Daniel, off the field now, you and I talked a little bit about traveling in baseball. We've got this luxury liner, the brand new luxury liner, but you are not new to first-class travel when it comes to baseball. When you were playing at Florida State, you told me that you guys had a pretty sweet bus. Tell our listeners what that bus was like when you were playing for the Seminoles.
Well, we only had it twice, and it was probably better than flying on most luxury jets, because you had, with 4 TVs, each TV had separate cable or AC adapters where you could plug PlayStations and DVD players into, and there was just numerous things, more beds, just beds everywhere, and it's something that came with the program, there, and
nice to have boosters, right?
Yeah, very nice, and here, and they've done a great job here with this bus too for us, and it makes us a lot more of a team together because we're around each other and we get to have the camaraderie off the field as well as on the field.
Now I saw you took that first new kind of chair right on the left side. It's more of a love seat, I guess, although I don't know if I'd want to use that term. But did you scope out the best location because you grabbed the first chair right on the left there?
Well, I didn't get a bed. We had a drawing for the last 5 or 6 beds, and I didn't get one, and because I was starting that day, so I didn't get to draw for myself. And I came on the bus and never seen it. I only made the pictures, and I knew that not getting a bed, I had to get on there early to get a seat because once the card stopped, there was no seat. So I came as soon as the game was over. I'd already showered. I put my stuff on that seat, and then the guys just wanted to go lay down, and I was like, all right, see you guys later. And I sprawled out on the couch and had the couch and turned it into a great bed for the 10-hour ride to San Antonio.
Daniel Davidson, 4-1 with the Travs and baseball traveler extraordinaire. Daniel, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this with the Texas League tonight, but first, these words on CSN from Bale Honda.
A great bet for the 10-hour ride to San Antonio.
Daniel Davidson, 4-1 with the Travs and baseball traveler extraordinaire. Daniel, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this with the Texas League tonight, but first, these words on CSN from Bale Honda.
Dreams makes the best reality. And the reality is that the Honda Ridgeline is here at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. It's tough as nails and rugged from top to bottom. The all-new 2006 Honda Ridgeline features a rigid closed box frame with unit body construction and fully independent suspension for confident handling. The Honda Ridgeline with full features. Come see it today and drive it away tonight at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. Bale Honda, making your life's drive a little bit smoother. When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They give free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com.
The Air Force is the only branch of service with its own community college. It's called the Community College of the Air Force, and it makes a difference. You see, in the Air Force, you earn college credit for learning your job. You can earn an associate's degree in one of 66 career fields. Your job experience goes farther in the Air Force. For more information, call 1-800-423-USAF or log on at airforce.com. Cross into the blue with the U.S. Air Force. No one comes close.
If you're a fan of sports in Arkansas, then this summer CSN is the place to be, as we'll bring you Arkansas Travelers baseball, Arkansas Twisters football, and Arkansas Archangels basketball. In May, it's the high school baseball and softball tournaments and state championship games. In June, it's the high school all-star games, and in July and August, we'll bring you the American Legion state tournaments and championship games. Sports action all summer long right here on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
It is a very comfortable night here along the banks of the Corpus Christi Bay. The Travs and the Hooks getting set for Game 3 of a 4-game series. We'll wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon, a special 12:05 start time at Whataburger Field. Joe Saunders will take the mound for the Travs. He'll be going up against right-hander Chris Sampson. Thursday's an off day, and then back to Little Rock for a 5-game series, a battle for first place with a Tulsa thriller starting 7:10 on Friday. Well, Tulsa yesterday was swept in a doubleheader by the Midland Rockhounds. In Game 1, Tulsa blew a 7-0 lead as the Rockhounds came back to win that game in the 7-inning affair. And in the nightcap, Tulsa was also a loser by a 3-2 final score and gave up the lead in the last couple of innings. So with that doubleheader sweep, Midland takes over the top spot overall in the Texas League at 21-10. Tulsa at 19-12, sitting 1 game ahead of Arkansas. Midland is now 4 games in front of second place San Antonio in the West Division. Elsewhere, the Wichita Wranglers defeated Frisco by a 2-1 final score. It's the 3rd straight win for the Wranglers after they'd lost 4 straight ball games. Frisco, meanwhile, drops 5 in a row. The Rough Riders at worst record in the league at 10-21. And in Game 2 of the series in San Antonio, Springfield pulled out the victory 7-5. With Josh Axelson defeating John Huber. Springfield now at 14-17. They're 5 games out of first and 4 games behind the Travs for second place. Meanwhile, San Antonio falls 4 games behind the lead team, Midland, in the West Division. Starting times today in the Texas League, all coming up at 7:05. Wichita and Frisco at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Josh Roop on the mound for the Rough Riders at 2-2. Mike Stodolka looks to improve on his 1-2 record for the Wranglers. San Antonio sends lefty Bobby Livingston to the Hill. Springfield did not announce a starting pitcher. That game at Wolf Stadium starting at 7:05. And Midland and Tulsa, it'll be the Rockhounds going for their 4th consecutive win. It'll be Tulsa's left-hander Zach Parker pitching with a 3-1 record, and the Rockhounds have not announced a starting pitcher. All the scores from the Texas League and the majors will be brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Arkansas Travelers. We'll get to plenty of those scores throughout the broadcast today. For right now, we take a break. When we return, we got the starting lineups. This is Arkansas Traveler Baseball on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
The ITT Tech pregame show has been brought to you by ITT Technical Institute. Now online at itt-tech.edu. Stay tuned next for Arkansas Traveler Baseball right here on the CSN Radio Network.
Okay, everybody, we've got to let Traz fans know about our baseball bingo promotion. Sing along if you know the words. At the old ballpark in Little Rock, we play baseball bingo.
B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. We play baseball and bingo.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays, you'll win lots of prizes.
B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. We play baseball and bingo.
If you can win a free dinner at the Golden Corral of Villa.
B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. We play baseball and bingo.
Academy Sports and Outdoors gives away a gift card. Don't worry, fans, we won't sing this at the ballpark, but it's baseball and bingo on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Ray Winder Field.
We play baseball and bingo.
Ew, it stinks in here.
Passing gas. Is there a right time and a wrong time to do it?
Come on, huh? I'm trying to eat.
When indoors in the company of others, passing gas is not only taboo, it can be deadly.
I'm gagging.
Passing gas releases a plume of toxic vapors like ammonia and hydrogen cyanide.
Ah, you're killing us over here.
Every year, hundreds of infants exposed to passed gas die.
What? I cracked a window?
And just opening a window isn't enough. These deadly fumes can linger in the room for hours after odors have dissipated.
Daddy, you promised you'd smoke outside.
You're right, Pumpkin. Excuse me.
If you smoke, take it outside. Don't pass gas. A message from the American Legacy Foundation and the Ad Council. Get the facts at don'tpassgas.org.
A presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network, brings you Arkansas Traveler Baseball. Today's game is brought to you by the ITT Technical Institute online at itt-tech.edu, by Coca-Cola, make it real, by Miller Lite, prevent taste loss with Miller Lite, by Allstate, you're in good hands with Allstate, and by the Sonic Drive-In. Arkansas Traveler Baseball is brought to you statewide on the Creative Sports Radio Network by Bale Honda. See the new Honda cars and trucks today. The U.S. Air Force, cross them to the blue. The Bank of the Ozarks with several locations to serve you. And by the Conedo Tax Advisory Group. And now, the Texas League Arkansas Travelers.
Live from Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, the Arkansas Travelers and the Corpus Christi Hooks, Game 3 of a 4-game series right here on the Creative Sports Radio Network. Right now we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Creative Sports Radio Network, your home for Arkansas Traveler Baseball. The Corpus Christi Hooks enter tonight's ball game with 12 wins against 19 losses. They are in third place in the Texas League West, at 9 games behind the division-leading Midland Rockhounds. Get out your scorecards and your pencils. Here's the starting lineup for the Astros AA affiliate Corpus Christi. In center field, leading off, Josh Anderson. Batting second for the Hooks is the shortstop Eric Riggs. Hitting third and at second base, Brooks Conrad. The cleanup hitter is the designated hitter. It is Carlos Rodriguez. Batting fifth for the Hooks, the third baseman Ray Navarrete. Hitting the sixth spot is left fielder Mike Rodriguez. Batting seventh and in right field, Charlton Jimerson. The eighth hitter is the catcher Hector Gimenez. And batting ninth and playing first base is Dax Norris. The Travs come in with 18 wins against 13 losses. They are one game in back of the division-leading Tulsa in the East standings. And tonight, it'll be Reggie Willits at the top of the order. He'll be in right field. Batting second and playing second base, Alberto Callaspo. Erick Aybar hits third. He plays shortstop. Batting in the cleanup spot is Trav left fielder David Gates. Tommy Murphy hits fifth. He'll be in center field. Mike Napoli, the catcher, bats in the sixth spot for the second straight day. Hitting seventh, third baseman Mike Elward, with Brent Del Chiaro, the designated hitter, batting eighth. Batting ninth and playing third base is Ryan Leahy. A closer look at the pitching matchup. For the Hooks, left-hander Mark McLemore takes the hill. 6'2", 220-pound native of Granite Bay, California. He's in his fourth professional season, a fourth-round selection by the Astros in 2002 out of Oregon State. So far this year, McLemore has pitched pretty well. In 6 games, he carries a record of 2-2 with a 2.89 earned run average. 28 innings pitched, he's allowed only 20 base hits, and the league hitting him at just a 196 clip, but 3 of those hits have been home runs. 11 walks against 20 strikeouts. He features a good fastball in the low 90s, changeup and a curveball as well. Mark McLemore on the mound today for the Corpus Christi Hooks. Pitching today for the Arkansas Travelers, big right-hander Stephen Shell. Shell, who is 6'5", 190 pounds, 22 years old, out of El Reno, Oklahoma, is in his 5th professional season after the Angels drafted him in the 3rd round 2001 draft out of El Reno High School. So far this year, Shell has turned his season around as he carries a record today of 1-2, but an ERA at 4.01. He was the starting pitcher in the first game of this road trip, pitched 6 scoreless innings, and the Travs had a 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the 9th. But the Missions came back and won the ball game 2-1, ending the bid for Shell to pick up his second win. Shell, in his last 3 starts, has allowed only 5 runs in a total of 19 innings, and this comes after his first 3 starts where he had trouble getting through even 4 or 5 innings. And so Shell has lowered his ERA over the past 3 starts, a full run and a half. You should expect a good job today by the Trav right-hander Stephen Shell. More look at his numbers, just a 4.01 ERA, 33 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 34 hits. 4 of them, however, are home runs. 3 of those homers have been hit at Raywinder Field. 19 runs, 15 of them earned. He has walked 12 and struck out 24, and Shell has also tossed 3 wild pitches. Stephen Shell on the mound today for the Arkansas Travelers. Whipping through the lineups once again for the Travs, Willits, Callaspo, Aybar, Gates, Murphy, Napoli, Elward, Del Chiaro, and Leahy. For Corpus Christi, Anderson, Riggs, Conrad 1 through 3, Carlos Rodriguez, Navarrete, and then Mike Rodriguez 4 through 6. 7, 8, and 9 batters are Jimerson, Jimenez, and Dax Norris. The umpire crew, with the crew chief Todd Waters behind the dish today. Brandon Cooney, the third base umpire, and Aaron Banks, the first base umpire. Cooney has a little bit of a running feud, I'd say, with Corpus Christi's coaching staff, as over the last 4 games he has ejected both Corpus Christi's pitching coach, Joe Slusarski, yesterday, and the manager, Dave Clark, when they wrapped up a series against the Springfield Cardinals. And so Cooney's going to be over there with Clark at the third base coach's box throughout the ball game. We'll see if there's any more meat to that rivalry, which seems to be brewing between Brandon Cooney, the third base umpire, and the Corpus Christi Hooks. The Hooks about to take the field, and that means the national anthem will be sung very shortly. We'll take our final break. When we return, we've got the first pitch of tonight's ball game as the Arkansas Travelers and the Corpus Christi Hooks get it on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
He joined the Air Force in 1964 and served in Vietnam. He commanded forces in the far corners of the globe. Rising through the ranks, he served as a 3-star general at the Pentagon. You'd think 30 years of distinguished service would be plenty. But if you're Norman G. Leasing, Lieutenant General, retired United States Air Force, that's just the beginning. Today, He's pursuing a new career as Walmart's Vice President of National Government Relations. Norm's journey took him near and far, through Asia, Scandinavia, Europe, the Middle East, and Webster University, where he earned a master's degree that served him well in his career. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
For more information about graduate degrees from Webster University in Little Rock, visit them on the web at webster.edu or call them 800-828-2598.
Hey, fans, Bill Valentine here with a question. When was the last time you saw the Travs turn the triple play? That's right, I can't remember either. So this year, we're going to celebrate if the Travs manage to turn that trick. $100,000 to one fan if the Travs will complete a triple play during the sixth inning of a home game. You got to be 18 to enter with a valid driver's license, and you must be present to win. It's a Travelers' $100,000 triple play giveaway all season long here at Ray Winder Field.
Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what you do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone, nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
Corpus Christi Hooks have taken their positions. The Travs waiting to get their hacks from the first base dugout. And we are just about set for baseball. Glad to have you with us tonight on the Creative Sports Radio Network. Phil Elson with you. And a reminder that we've got a home game coming up on Friday. It'll be a battle for first place as the Tulsa Drillers make their initial visit to Ray Winder Field for the 2005 season. And just one game separating first place Tulsa from second place Arkansas right now. And so definitely this coming weekend is a battle for first place. Even if the Travs lose a couple and Tulsa wins two, Arkansas would be 3 out going into that series. Scoring clipboards to the first 1,000 paid adults on Friday. That's courtesy of Sonic Drive-In. Then Saturday it's a Traveler batting practice jersey giveaway to the first 1,000 paid kids. That is courtesy of Midwest Dairy Association and KATV. Then Sunday, the afternoon game against Tulsa with a 2 o'clock start time. But you'll want to get there early as the Principal Financial Group puts on the Family Fun Fest with all kinds of games, rides, and other family fun out in the Ray Winder Field parking lot. Best of all, the Family Fun Fest is free. It starts at 11 o'clock. Now, kids, bring your baseball jerseys and your uniforms to the Family Fun Fest because after that, we've got the Jim Elder Good Sport Fun Kids Clinic on the field at Ray Winder with the Travs players and coaches beginning at 12:45, and that's also free too. Then just stick around for the ball game, and if you bring an Academy Sports and Outdoors discount ticket, you'll get in for $3 a piece. Plus, AARP members get in for free on Sunday, May 15th, with a valid AARP membership card. Monday is a Sonic Dr. Pepper school day at 10:30 in the morning, better known as Screaming Kids Day. And for those listening in the Little Rock Air Force Base area, for the Air Force personnel only, there are free tickets located at Fletcher, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and throughout the Little Rock Air Force Base. Tuesday, May 17th is Little Rock Air Force Base night. We welcome all the Air Force personnel out to the ballpark for a free ball game on, again, Tuesday, May the 17th. Look forward to having you at the ballpark. Call up Ray Winder Field at 664-1555, or for more information, you can go online to Travs.com. Well, there's 2 more road games left before the team returns, so how about a couple more wins before coming back home? Reggie Willits stepping into the batter's box. Mark McLemore delivers the first pitch of the night. Reggie takes low, ball 1, and we are underway at 7:09 in the evening. It is a slightly overcast early evening. You can't see the sun right now. The wind, of course, blowing from right to left across the outfield and blowing pretty hard. Willits takes a pitch down the middle, and the count 1-1. Game time temperature here at Corpus Christi is 76 degrees. And the wind blowing at 16 miles an hour out to left field. Willits from the right side fouls a pitch straight back off McLemore, and it's 1-2. Reggie hitting .344, still tops on the ball club, and his batting average is now 5th in the Texas League. Andre Ethier hitting .420 in his first 30 games to lead the Texas League. Willits gets under a fastball, flies it to shallow left field, and Mike Rodriguez floats in to make the catch, and there's one away. We'll set the fielders behind Mark McLemore. Mike Rodriguez in left, Josh Anderson in center, and Charlton Jimerson in right field after he'd missed a couple of games with a jammed wrist. Across the infield, left to right, Ray Navarrete, his first start at third base this year. Riggs at short. Conrad at second, Norris at first, and Gimenez is the catcher. All trap switch hitters back from the right side against the lefty McLemore, including Alberto Callaspo, who takes pitch high. Alberto slumping right now. His average down to .270. The wind up by McLemore, his fastball low and 2-0 to Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo over for today. He'll change the spot flag. Transfer the lead in second inning. He's 2-0 pitch to Callaspo. And he looks at a ball just off the inside corner. 3 balls, no strikes. A lot of the people here at Whataburger Field still a little frustrated with the calls at the plate yesterday by Brandon Cooney, and so they might be turned today. 3-0 pitch is right at the knees for a strike, and Callaspo taken all the way. 3-1. 1 homer for Alberto, 18 driven in. That third baseman playing in still a little bit. Here's the 3-1, and he takes another fastball right down Broadway, strike 2. Alberto had already crossed the plate, started to walk towards first base, but that pitch was a pretty good one to hit. So it's a full count, and Navarrete kicks and delivers. And he walks him anyway, going down Callaspo to his knee on a fastball chin high. So the walk with 1 away puts the first man on base for the Travs, bringing up the 3-hitter Erick Aybar. Still been a little bit of an unproductive top of the order, as Willits, Callaspo, and Aybar have all been going through slumps of different varieties. Willits has been reaching base on walks. Aybar, however, just hasn't been hitting the ball very hard. 3 for his last 23, including an 0 for 5 yesterday. Aybar was the only Trav not to do anything positive with any of his plate appearances. To the stretch is McLemore, and Aybar shows bunt. He takes a breaking ball low. 1-0 the count from McLemore to Aybar. McLemore walking his 12th batter of the season in 28 innings, and just the 20 base hits that he has given up this year. Aybar checking his manager, Tom Gamboa, at third base. Let's see if the Travs get aggressive here in the early going. Callaspo has about a 4.5-step lead. The pitch is popped up towards third base, and the wind's going to blow it out of play. Gets into the second level above the box seats at third base, and it's 1-1 on Erick Aybar. The average for Aybar down to .257. Still no home runs and 14 RBIs. One and one the count. Aybar steps back up to the plate, opens that stance up. The infield at double play position. To the stretch goes McLemore. Good look at Callaspo, and he's going to give a deliberate throw over at first base. Ball. Easy chance to walk back in, stand up. Travs ran a little bit yesterday. Tommy Murphy sold a couple of bases. Arkansas sold 9 bases. Ties over the 2 games of this series. 6 for 9 bases. He takes on the pitch, a little ground ball. The whole set into the gap goes Conrad. He gets the easy flip first. Retires Aybar 4-3. And with Callaspo getting to second base, an RBI opportunity for the cleanup man, David Gates.
Left fielder, 25, David Gates.
Good changeup by McLemore. Aybar hit it almost right off the very top of the bat, kind of like a cue ball. Didn't hit it very hard, a little squiggling ground ball to the hole. And Aybar's the 3 for his last 24. Gates, yesterday's hit, amongst 5 at-bats, scored a run. However, lowered his average to .304. Team leading 7 homers, 29 RBIs. McLemore goes into the stretch and delivers the first pitch. Gates takes it low. A sinker below the knees, ball 1. 1-0. Good speed at second. Callaspo could score on a base hit to the outfield. Shouldn't have much problem. And Corpus Christi has opened up a very large gap on the right side of the infield. Conrad, the second baseman, is about 5 steps away from second base. The 1-0 pitch is very high, 2-0. McLemore in his 4th professional season. He hasn't had much success when it comes to wins and losses. Career record of 12-26. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch to Gates. And a swing and a foul straight back. Got a fastball just a little bit out in front of it. David taking that usual big swing. But during batting practice, he showed the ability to shorten up on swing, and he can be a line drive hitter. 2 balls, 1 strike on Gates, as he has a chance to put the Travs ahead in the top of the first. McLemore delivers the 2-1, and Gates chops it towards the hole at short. It's picked up by Navarrete. The third throws across, retiring Gates, and sending the Travs to scoreless first inning. No runs, no hits, 1 strike at the top of the first. And the Corpus Christi Hooks with their first swing. It's track right-hander Steve Shell had these words on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Oh, honey, just put that down there.
So, the movie will be here tomorrow morning?
Yeah? Oh, but it's fine. Most of that stuff can go straight in the truck.
All right. What about this 16th century Rossellini sculpture from Italy?
Toss it in the box. It'll be fine. Oops. Oh, but printing, the movers can just carry out. I don't think we have to cover it. Oh, and the sideboard from your grandma?
Uh-huh.
We'll just strap it to the roof of the car.
Okay.
You need the right protection for priceless things when moving. And when your precious children are in the car, they need the right protection too. If they're too big for a car seat, that doesn't mean they're the right size for an adult safety belt. If they're under 4'9", they need a booster seat. It raises them up so the safety belt fits properly, and the right fit makes all the difference to their future. To learn more, visit www.boosterseats.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. You know, for 25 years, he's never rolled over about fighting crime. Welcome, McGruff the Crime Dog.
Thanks, Joy. I got 2 words to make streets safer. Coffee cake.
Yeah, the cook eats the poison coffee cake.
No, you invite neighbors over for a cup of coffee to discuss the problems on your street and what to do about them.
But still, a 10-pound cake dropped on a bad guy's foot could help.
Couldn't hurt. Going to WePrevent.org could help, too.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, Crime Prevention Coalition of America, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Travs right-hander Steven Shell just finished his warm-ups. Mike Napoli follows through with a long throw to second. And Shell ready to face the Corpus Christi Hooks for the first time in the 2000 season. Shell coming off possibly his time of the year. Fourth inning was first time knocking the run. 5 hits. Walked a couple, struck out 3. Travs lost that ball game 2 on the bottom of the ninth. Shell will be top of the order with Anderson leading off. The batter will get a fastball away for 1 count. Anderson put down an infield single the 8th inning, giving him an 8-game hitting streak. Could have gone either way. Could have been scored an error, but it wasn't. The 1-0, a strike at the knees as Shell comes with a split-fingered pitch, which you're going to see quite a lot of today. Fastball on the low to the mid-90s. Overhand curveball and split finger has been pretty effective. The 1 pitch from Shell, and it's a fastball staying high. Ball 2, 2-1. Anderson, the top hitter of Corpus Christi, 333. It's the ball club with a lot of re-swingers. Anderson swings, soft fly ball, shallow left. That'll fall in for the hit. Gets quickly over the line to cut it off. Gets it to the infield, holding Anderson at first. A pretty wide turn. Travs trying to pick him off, baseman in behind the row. And so Anderson starts the ball game for Corpus Christi with a clean single to left field. Anderson has the highest average on the team by a long shot. Carlos Rodriguez is the second highest average at 286. Corpus Christi as a whole, it's 264, and they scored the least amount of runs in the Texas League. Eric Riggs will bat from the left side and take a strike over the outside edge from Shell. Corpus Christi has scored 112 runs this year, and in 31 games that averages out to just over 3.5 runs per game. Pretty poor offensive output. 0-1 as Shell settles in and delivers. And a swing and a miss as Riggs goes after the high fastball. It's 0-2. Riggs hitting .255 with a homer and 13 RBIs. Knocked in 2 runs yesterday with a double as Corpus Christi rallied in the 3rd inning, but that was the only rally they were able to put together. Over the series, Riggs is 2 for 7. The 0-2 pitch with a runner going and is swung on, flied harmlessly into shallow left field. Gates right there to put it away. And Anderson jogs back to first base as the throw comes in from left field. 1 away. A good high fastball. It is clocked at 92 miles an hour, and that's in the early portion of the game. Once Shell starts to get big, well, he can get it up to 94 miles an hour. Steven, very quiet, easy-going right-hander from Oklahoma. 6'5", 190 pounds. Now the three-hitter, Brooks Conrad, also a switch hitter from the left side, watches Shell throw to first. Shell is a pretty pensive pitcher. An intelligent guy who pays attention to the mistakes that he makes previously and tries to correct them. He will work from the stretch now and delivers the pitch. Conrad looks at a strike, a fastball right above the knees on the outside edge, and it's 0-1. Conrad was demoted 2 days ago from AAA Round Rock. Played his first game with Corpus Christi last night, went 0 for 4. Lied out a couple of times, popped up and grounded out to first. Infield looking for the double play with one out. And there goes the runner. It's a pitch out. Here's Napoli's throw. He puts it right on the money and pegs Anderson at second base. The tag applied by shortstop Erick Aybar, 2-6. Good guess by Shell, Napoli, and whomever in the dugout called the pitch out. Anderson even got a pretty good break, but boy, when Napoli gets a chance with a pitch out, he rarely misfires. Man, he's got a very strong arm, put it right on the base. 2 outs and the base is empty with a 1-1 count now to Conrad. Back to the windup goes Shell. He throws the split finger, and Conrad able to hold back on the check swing. 2-1. More implications from Conrad being sent down. Corpus Christi might be losing a player to AAA Round Rock soon. Fastball low and into Conrad, 3-1 now. Astros put Jeff Bagwell on the disabled list today with that bad right shoulder and promoted Todd Self, who was a Texas League All-Star last year, up from Round Rock. So there is an open roster spot at AAA for the Astros. The 3-1 is low, and it's a 2-out walk to Conrad. So who knows? Conrad might not be here much longer. So if you look throughout this Corpus Christi lineup, there really isn't anybody you could single out as deserving a promotion to AAA yet. And so Conrad probably should be locked in for a little bit here at AA. Cleanup hitter Carlos Rodriguez steps up to the plate. He's been a thorn in the side of the Travs as he bashed a couple of homers against Arkansas pitching, including one in the opening game off Irvin Santana that proved to be the deciding hit of the game in the first inning. Rodriguez looks at a high fastball, barely missed that upper part of the strike zone, but Shell falls behind 1-0. Rodriguez has a couple of hits in this series, that 2-run homer in the first inning on Sunday and an infield single last night. He's hitting .286 with 4 long balls. Here's the 1-0, and it's a breaking ball that didn't break at all. It stayed very high, and Rodriguez had to duck underneath it. 2 balls, no strikes the count as Shell missed badly with that last pitch. He'll pick up a little bit of rosin, trying to get a better grip on the baseball. Bottom of the first inning, no score, 2 outs, and the runner at first is Conrad. Shell delivers the 2-0, and it's a breaking ball hit high to center field, hit pretty well, going back Murphy into a flock of birds. He's underneath it. He makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Literally, Murphy went back into a flock of about 20 or 30 birds. I'm surprised that he even found the ball. So no runs for Corpus Christi with 1 base hit and 1 runner stranded. We will go into the second inning here at Corpus Christi's Whataburger Field with no score, but first, these words on CSN from Vail Honda.
Dreams makes the best reality. And the reality is that the Honda Ridgeline is here at Vail Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. It's tough as nails and rugged from top to bottom. The all-new 2006 Honda Ridgeline features a rigid closed box frame with unit body construction and fully independent suspension for confident handling. The Honda Ridgeline with full features. Come see it today and drive it away tonight at Vail Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. Vail Honda, making your life's drive a little bit smoother. When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They get free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com. Why do people statewide across the state of Arkansas like CSN? Here's Gary Coates, general manager and owner of affiliate KBJT in Fordyce.
Well, I like it because it's Arkansas-oriented. You know, the things that that CSN carries are always, from within the state, and for the most part, and it's a real big help to our broadcast schedule.
CSN now in her 27th year.
Putting on the second inning for the Travelers center fielder, number 24, Tommy Murphy.
Tommy Murphy steps up to the batter's box, leading off the second inning against Mark McLemore. No score here, as each team had a base runner, didn't do anything with him. Murphy, Napoli, and Elward to bat in the second. Tommy will hit from the right side. Well, Murphy made that catch right in a flock of about 20, 30 birds. I'd say Whataburger Field is the closest thing baseball has to an outdoor aviary. Murphy looks at a high fastball away. We're right up here on the channel. The bay is less than a mile. It's not even close to a mile away. The beach is right across the harbor bridge. Here's the 1-0 to Murphy. And it's just off the outside corner again, 2-0. So, of course, there's seagulls flocking all over the place here. And they seem to pay a lot of attention to one specific spot in the outfield as Murphy fouls off the 2-0. Out of play, 2-1. Murphy hitting .292, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. Over the series, he's 4 for 7 against Corpus Christi and starting to heat up a little bit. Murphy being in center field, he's noticed all those birds, and they pay attention to that one spot just in front of the Corpus Christi bullpen. A line drive to the third baseman. Navarrete makes the catch in his breadbasket. Oh, look what I found. One away. Corpus Christi's relief corps sits in the bullpen right out in left center field. And they belly up to the fence, which is a chain link fence, and they can watch the ball game right through the home run fence. And I think what they do is they spit sunflower seeds onto the field and invite the birds to come eat those sunflower seeds, or maybe they're throwing bread or crackers out there. The Corpus Christi relief pitchers are now the guy you see on the bench in the park feeding the pigeons. And there's about 7 of them. Napoli takes a strike right on the outside corner. Tough pitch to swing at, 0-1. Now, how do you get back a team that is doing that on purpose? Pitch, swing and a miss, hard fastball swung right through it. It looks like the Travelers relievers are doing the same thing. Their bullpen's located in the right field corner. They also can just kind of spit sunflower seeds or throw crackers through the chain link fence. 0-2 pitch to Napoli, swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout takes care of Napoli. 2 gone. Well, if we could put a competition between Ray Winder Field and Whataburger Field with the various animals that hang out at those ballparks. Of course, we've got the colony of cats at Ray Winder Field. I'd put them up against any kind of animal across the Texas League. They are wild, feral cats. These are harmless birds. Here's Elward taking a pitch outside, ball 1. Elward batting from the right side. Hot bat last night, went 3 for 4 with a run batted in and scored twice. 1-0 pitch, swinging a pop-up right in the infield. It jammed him. Goes behind the pitcher's mound. Second baseman Conrad takes charge and makes the catch, and the side is retired just like that. Pretty easy inning for Mark McLemore. And we go to the bottom of the second at Whataburger Field. No score. This is the CSN Travelers Radio Network.
You are witnessing some intense pain here, folks. Throbbing muscles, swollen joints. This is pure torture. We're talking total body suffering. Not even the internal organs are...
Bob, the game hasn't started yet.
Game? I'm talking about me.
Don't let orthopedic discomfort interrupt your life. Learn to manage it with Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas, the state's leaders in orthopedic medicine. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Healthline at 227-8478 and get back in the game.
Ooh, I can feel that hit up here.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life. Like the time I went on a shop till you drop-a-thon with my girlfriend. So there I am, pinballing from store to store across the vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks great, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me, a Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare the fluid. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola. Make it real.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Travs games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Travs home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Travs box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Bottom of the second inning, no score here at Whataburger Field. The Big Burger here in Corpus Christi, right in an old industrial area, the Corpus Christi port, right where there used to be a giant cotton plant, and they've kept two of the old cotton presses flanking the scoreboard in left field, and going to turn them into entertainment suites over the next 2 seasons. Ray Navarrete, the 5-hitter, leads off and takes a pitch low and in from Stephen Shell. First year of operation, Whataburger Field seems like it'll be a big success. The gorgeous ballpark. The 1-0 pitch. And it's outside. Missed the corner. 2-0 from Shell to Navarrete. Navarrete sat out yesterday. He is hitting .260 with 2 homers and 9 RBIs. Right-handed batter, formerly of the Pirates organization. Shell's 2-0 pitch is swung through and missed. A good fastball under the knees. Navarrete trying to go down and get it. Swung over top. 2-1. Lights have been turned on, and once nightfall settles in, the Harbor Bridge out in center field will light up. 2-1, swinging a pop-up right behind the pitcher's mound on the third base side now. Ryan Leahy calling him off. Leahy makes the catch, and there's 1 out. This brings up the 6-hitter Mike Rodriguez. Whataburger Field, they say it's a hitter's park, but it depends on if you're right-handed or if you're left-handed as a hitter. It's a right-handed hitter's park, 325 feet down the left field line, and a constant breeze coming in from the bay, which blows across the outfield from right to left, so it blows balls further out to left field. Left-handed hitters, while it's only 315 feet down the right field line, you've got to hit it through a pretty stiff wind to get it past the right field fence. The left-handed hitter at the plate right now is Mike Rodriguez. He takes a strike on the outside corner, a .241 hitter with a homer and 14 RBIs. Rodriguez is 2 for 7 over the series. Shell's 0-1, changeup bounced on the right side and a foul ball past first baseman Elward, and it's 0-2. It's also got to be a huge poke to get it out past right center, 405 feet from home plate to a few feet to the right of center field. And I haven't asked anybody yet, but I would imagine there haven't been many homers hit over right field fence yet this season. Pitch low and into Rodriguez. Shell uses that to back him off the plate. Now it's 1-2. 1 out in the bottom of the second and no score at Whataburger Field. Shell looking for his first strikeout of the game. Here's his windup and his pitch. And it's fouled off the end of the bat over the third base seats. Out of play. Two giant flags out in the picnic berm in right center. The American flag and the Lone Star flag. 4 smaller Corpus Christi Hooks flags on the scoreboard in left center field. All of them blowing pretty stiffly out to left. Pitch in the dirt. Now it's 2-2 to count to the 6-hitter Rodriguez. Charlton Jimerson awaits on deck. Rodriguez was a big part of Corpus Christi's 3-1 win on Sunday. Scoring a run, knocking in another. Had 2 hits. Here's the pitch, hit high down the left field line. Wind blows it foul, and it goes out of play. This ballpark looks eerily alike the Dell Diamond, and with good reason. They had a big success with the Dell Diamond, which is one of the more stunning ballparks you'll see across the landscape of the minor leagues. And Whataburger Field has a lot of the same things about Dell Diamond. If you're standing at home plate and you look right towards the grandstand, it looks almost exactly like the Dell Diamond. A little bit less seating area, and there's no home run deck out past left field, but everything else looks about the same. Dimensions are a little shallow. Here's the pitch, and it's driven deep to right field. Rodriguez has hit a home run over the right field corner, and he hit that into the wind. Wow. Solo homer, his second, and Corpus Christi grabs the lead. I think the wind also helped that ball stay fair, but give Rodriguez some credit. He really turned on a fastball and drives it just over the right field fence, 315 feet away.
Number 24, Charlton Jimerson.
So the home run bites Stephen Shell once again. Been his number one problem is the long ball. It's the fifth he's given up. Now Jimerson, right-handed batter, takes a fastball right down the middle, strike one. Rodriguez turning on that pitch, had a chance right off the end of the bat, and it got out pretty quickly. A rising line drive that even went through the breeze. 0-1, Jimerson after the fastball, goes after a curveball this time and misses, 0-2. Home runs for Shell, a big problem. He gave up 2 homers in his first game. Home runs against Wichita and San Antonio in separate starts, and now the long ball here. 0-2 pitch to Jimerson. Curveball down and away, 1-2. Jimerson sat out of the last 2 games with a sprained wrist. It suffered it on a dive attempt in the outfield against Springfield. 1-2, Shell delivers. Curveball, and it's nubbed behind the plate, foul. Napoli tried to jump in front of the plate and then pick the ball up, but it was already foul. Shell now one of 5 pitchers in the Texas League who has allowed 5 or more home runs. Midland Stephen Bondurant has allowed 8, leading the league. Shell tries the inside corner, doesn't get it, and it's inside 2-2. 1-0 Corpus Christi on a home run by Mike Rodriguez. The 2-2 pitch, Jimerson swings, bounces it to the mound, left side of the mound, picked up by Shell, and he softly throws to first, retiring the 7-hitter. Jimerson is out, number 2.
Catcher number 18, Hector Gimenez.
8-hitter Hector Gimenez is a switch hitter. 3 for 4 on Sunday and went hitless 0 for 3 yesterday. Now the home run by Mike Rodriguez is the 15th hit by Corpus Christi at Whataburger Field, and they seem to be a power-hitting team at this ballpark, which is a little surprising. First pitch to Gimenez is outside, ball 1. Rodriguez's home run, again his second of the season, his first here at Corpus Christi. Dax Norris, who homered yesterday, has hit 4 of his 5 home runs here, but most of the power for Corpus comes from the right side. A strike to Gimenez at the knees, 1-1. 1-0 the Hooks, bottom of the second, 2 outs and nobody on base. Gimenez hitting .266, 3 long balls, 12 RBIs. 1-1 pitch, Shell just misses away with a fastball, 2-1. Home run early in the game on Sunday proved to be decisive. 2-1, broken bat, fly ball into center, base hit. The ball ends up in center, and the bat ends up in the first base stands. Gimenez on base, and that the bat was flying into the seats, a broken bat that went about 7-8 rows deep. One of the ushers picks it up. He's not quite sure what to do with it. Nobody's hurt on that potential disaster, but Shell almost got hit by the line drive right back up the box. Third hit off Shell. Now Dax Norris takes a curve high and tight. 1-0. Something else to see Norris in the number 9 spot of the batting order. When we had Corpus Christi and Little Rock last week, Norris was batting 3rd or 5th. And slides all the way to the number 9 hole right now. 1-0 pitch. Norris looks at a fastball. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Norris blasted a home run off Davidson in the 3rd inning yesterday, his 5th of the year. He's leading Corpus Christi with 16 RBIs, now 1 ahead of Rodriguez after the home run. And Norris has averaged at a very low 229. 1-1 pitch, split finger low and in, and it's 2-1. Runner at first is Gimenez, a slow-running catcher who takes a short lead. And the infield, deep on the left side. The 2-1 pitch from Shell. A fastball, knee high. Strike 2 right over the plate. 2-2. Shell trying to get out of the second inning with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and it's chopped towards third. Coming in Leahy, waits for the second bounce, fields it. Here's the toss, and retires Norris by a couple steps. Side retired in the second inning. Corpus Christi scores 1 run on a homer from Rodriguez. They get 2 hits, strand a runner. 2 innings complete at Whataburger Field. Corpus Christi grabs the lead. 1-0 Hooks. This is the CSN Travelers Radio Network.
Family tonight. Whether you're planning a meal before the game or snacks for the game, remember to include milk, cheese, and yogurt in the game plan. 3 servings a day of dairy is the right amount to help keep your body healthy. It's easy. Just look for the 3-a-day logo on your favorite calcium-rich dairy foods at your local retailer. For more information, including recipes and coupons, visit www.3aday.org. Have you had your 3-a-day today? The power of cheese.
Charlie Brown rests his head in his hands while leaning on the wall looking miserable. His friend Lucy approaches. She says, "Discouraged again, huh, Charlie Brown?" Charlie Brown doesn't even answer. "You know what your trouble is?" Lucy asks. Without waiting for a response, she announces, "The whole trouble with you is that you are you." Charlie Brown says, "Well, what in the world can I do about that?" Lucy replies, "I don't pretend to be able to give advice. I merely point out the trouble." I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the Church at Rock Creek. You know, it's easy to be that person who only points out the trouble. Today, be the person who comes up with a solution.
The Church at Rock Creek has 4 weekend services. Worship times are Sunday mornings at 8 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and 11 a.m., and Monday night at 7 p.m. For more information, call 225-8684 or look on the web at www.churchatrockcreek.org.
Traveler Baseball back here on the Creative Sports Radio Network. They've just put up the tail of the tape telling you that Mike Rodriguez's home run went all of 328 feet. That means it would have been a fly ball caught in front of the warning track at Ray Winder Field. It would have been caught in front of the warning track at just about every other ballpark in the Texas League. The rules in the minor leagues and in the major leagues state that you cannot build a ballpark with an outfield distance any shorter than 330 feet, I believe. It might be 325 feet, but Corpus Christi's ownership group, the Ryan Sanders Group, had to get a waiver from Major League Baseball and an okay from the Houston Astros. They're not going to say no to Nolan Ryan, and so they gave the okay. I understand that Hammonds Field in Springfield also has a pretty short distance to one of the outfield fences. Del Chiaro leading off this third inning, taking a strike on the outside corner. The 8 and 9 hitters, Del Chiaro and Leahy, with a combined 20 at-bats between them this season. Pitch low from McLemore, 1-1. Mark McLemore has retired 5 in a row ever since a walk drawn by Alberto Callaspo in the first. Here's the 1-1 to Del Chiaro. Swung on and bounced outside third, foul in front of the changeup. It's 1-2 to the 6'4" native of Oakley, California. Del starting as the DH. He is 2 for 14 overall, 1 for 7 as a designated hitter. Here's McLemore's 1-2, swing and a miss. The fastball coming down the middle of the plate. Del Chiaro laid on it, and that's strikeout number 2 for McLemore. He took care of Napoli on 3 pitches in the second. And this left-hander throwing fastballs up to 92 miles an hour. Ryan Leahy stepping up next for the Travelers. Leahy gets his third start. He is 1 for 6 in a short period of time with the Travelers. Right-hander from Salem, Massachusetts. Takes a high one, ball 1. Leahy, a 5'10", 180-pounder from Boston College, swings, and there goes a fly ball down the right field line. The diving attempt by Jimerson. It's in and out of his glove. It rolls to the fence. There goes Leahy for second, and he stops there. Jimerson with outstanding effort on that fly ball. It was tailing towards him. He dove for it. It was in his glove. He landed. It popped out. Call it a double for Leahy. His second base hit, a double-A.
Right fielder, number 27, Reggie Willits.
So a chance to tie the game as Leahy finds himself in scoring position for the top of the order. Reggie Willits and Alberto Callaspo will get a chance now to bring in a run. Willits first. He flied out to left field in the first inning. Willits over the series sitting at 1 for 8. To the stretch goes McLemore, and he delivers to Willits. Swing and a miss. Late on the fastball, 0-1. Willits knocked in a run yesterday, though it came on a bases-loaded walk in the fourth inning. He's knocked in 10 runs this season, most of them coming in bases-loaded situations. 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, nice block by the catcher Jimenez. Leahy holds at first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reggie has knocked in 7 runs with the bases loaded, meaning that in other situations he's knocked in only 3. He's got another situation here. Leahy takes that lead. He's held on by the second baseman Conrad. Pitch fouled off. Bouncing along the railing at first base off the Traveler dugout, and it's 1-2. McLemore seems to be able to go for the strikeout when he needs it. And it looks like he goes to the fastball when he wants to strike out. Conrad backs off at second now, leaving the shortstop Riggs to cover second base. To the stretch, McLemore checks Leahy. Here's the pitch to Willits. Inside, almost hit him. Two balls, 2 strikes as McLemore busted him in with a 91-mile-an-hour heater. Willits steps out of the box and readjusts his gloves. Takes a half-practice swing. Steps back in with those socks up to the knees. Willits choking up by about a half inch. Here's the 2-2, and it's bounced outside first base. Foul ball. Catcher Jimenez trying to fool Willits, as I've seen a couple of catchers do this year. Originally setting up inside, making noise with his feet so that he thinks that the pitch is going to come in, and then he sets up outside. See where Jimenez sets up as McLemore reads the signs and comes set. Outside corner, here's the pitch. Just missed that corner, 3-2. Tried a backdoor slider, and the count runs full to Willits. 1-0 Corpus Christi in the top of the third. Tries to have the chance to get ahead of the first inning. Callaspo in scoring position. He had the double to Willits, fouled away, a 3-2 pitch. One aspect of the Dell Diamond getting brought back to Whataburger Field is that the second level of seats are so close to the ball can bounce right off the luxury level. Now, a lot of fans which is the catch balls. And if we do, that time McLemore came with breaking pitch and it's down and in. So it's his second ball in the first inning for Alberto Callaspo.
Second baseman, number 7, Alberto Callaspo.
Alberto drew a walk in the first inning. Got the second on a ground out from Aybar. And now we're at a part of the order in Callaspo and Aybar that have struggled mightily over the last week. Callaspo 5 for his last 31. He will bat right from the stretch. McLemore, the infield at double play depth. First pitch, a strike, a snap throw to second, almost thrown away. Leahy got back in with no tag applied. It's 0-1, the count to Callaspo. Leaning in for the sign, Mark McLemore. He deals the 0-1. Callaspo hits it towards second base. Taylor-made double play ball. Conrad steps on second and throws Callaspo out. Side is retired. 4-3 double play, and the Travs go down in the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner stranded. It's 1-0 Corpus Christi as the game goes to the bottom of the third inning here on the TSN Travelers Radio Network.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Brewery.
Hi. I was wondering if I could return my beer for a refund. I just bought a 12-pack for me and my friends. They don't have any taste. Bizarre.
And you want to go ahead and return those?
Does it ever happen where, like, the taste adder guy dozes off or something? Or he pulled a prank on us? Is there a guy named Pete who works there? Because I got a buddy named Pete who used to glue quarters to the floor to watch people climb up. Hysterical. Well, I'll tell you what. No, thank you very much. I'm just going to go get a 12-pack of Miller Lite instead.
If you could choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less than Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Motor Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Listen up, people.
It's a ball game, so he first told me about BC powder. We carry big trays of drinks up and down the stadium steps. Man, it's a killer. And with a backache, that tray feels heavier and heavier. And the stairs are tough on your knees. One night I was dragging, and the game wasn't half over. I told Brian he needed a BC to stop the pain fast, because it goes to work quick. BC stopped the pain, got me right back to work. BC goes down easy with a soft drink, but don't tell the boss, okay?
BC, pain relief at the speed of powder. Use as directed.
It's time for a reintroduction to one of your close friends. A friend who supported you through many a spring or summer night over the years, and you never have to go searching for him. He's always in the same spot along the third base line. Baseball fans, reintroducing the Ray Winder Field Bleachers. The Bleachers are the place to gather with your other friends to catch exciting Arkansas Travelers baseball. And at just $6 a ticket, there's no place friendlier. Call the Travs at 664-1555 or visit Travs.com.
Stephen Shell delivers the first pitch of the third inning to Josh Anderson. Curve low and outside for a ball. It's a 1-0 Corpus Christi lead. A home run by Rodriguez in the second inning, the difference. Anderson was singled and was caught stealing in the second. Gets out of the way of Shell's fastball, low and inside 2-0. Callaspo grounding into the double play to end the third inning. The first double play he's hit into this year. Shell's 2-0 to Anderson. And it's low, ball 3-0 to the leadoff hitter. Shell hasn't had a 4-pitch walk in a while. There's a strike. Anderson was ready to toss the bat away. 3-1 the count. Shell's 3-1. Foul to high, out of play, third base side. Getting into a standing room only area. Lots of fans milling around past the left field seats in foul territory. Burns out in right and left field. Plenty of room to walk around the ballpark. 3-2 pitch on the way to Anderson. Another line drive foul over the seats at third base. And I think those fans out there standing in foul ball territory for a reason. A few of those guys brought their gloves, leaping after them, jumping right into the fans who are just walking around. The pitch, swing and a miss. Shell comes back to strike out Anderson, gets him on a changeup. First strikeout of the game for Stephen Shell brings up the two-hitter Eric Riggs. Riggs flied out to left field in the first. Left-handed hitting. He takes a ball off the outside corner. Checking the scores in the Texas League on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. The Tulsa Drillers have taken a 2-0 lead over Midland there in the bottom of the third at Driller Stadium. Ball 2 low and away to Riggs, 2-0. Wichita over Frisco, 3-1. They're in the top of the third at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Shell kicks the 2-0 pitch. Hard grounded to short. Picked up by Erick Aybar, running up the middle. Flowingly throws to first and retires Riggs 6-3. 2 outs. Nobody on base. Three-hitter Conrad up next. One other score at San Antonio in the top of the third inning. Springfield 5, San Antonio nothing. Here in Corpus Christi, it's 1-0 the Hooks over the Travs on the home run by Mike Rodriguez. Conrad walked in the first. Shell delivers to him a fastball just tailing away, 1-0. Conrad has made all-star teams at the last 2 levels of baseball he's played at. 1-0 pitch, outside 2-0. An all-star second baseman for Round Rock last year. Salem the year before in the Carolina League. Pretty steady, hard-nosed ball player. who probably will have to scrap and scratch his way to the major leagues. Here's the 2-0 from Shell. Conrad looks at ball 3-0. Even though Shell has retired the first two batters, he went 3-0 and 2-0 on them. Still got the outs. Now 3-0 on the pitch to Conrad. And he'll strike right down the middle. 3-1. Shell tries to get us into the fourth inning. Trav sent Aybar to lead off the fourth. Here's his 3-1 pitch. He walks him. Lost Conrad on a low fastball. Second walk to Conrad. The only 2 walks of the game for Shell. Well, Conrad content to toss away the bat on base for the second time, bringing up the cleanup hitter, Carlos Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a native of Cuba, who now makes his home in Louisville. Right-handed hitter. He watches Shell throw to first to check on Conrad. A deliberate throw. Rodriguez 0 for 1 today. A fly ball to center in the first inning, though he hit it pretty well. Sended Murphy all the way back to the warning track. The pitch, low and inside, 1-0. And Shell hasn't thrown a first pitch strike since the last inning, and it's the last 5 batters taking the first pitch ball. Holding the ball behind his back, leaning in, Shell has 2 outs, a 1-0 count to Carlos Rodriguez. Lead off from first, Conrad, an average lead. Throw to first anyway, and he dives in safely. Always something more entertaining than the baseball game at many of the ballparks around the league. Well-timed movie clips. 1-0 pitch, fouled straight back, 1-1. Almost makes you wonder, what did everybody do before the advent of video screens on the scoreboard? God forbid they had to watch the game, talk to the person next to them, maybe listen to the radio broadcast, keep score. Here's the stretch, and the 1-1 pitch to Rodriguez. Inside, 2-1. As it stands, there are only 2 ballparks in the Texas League without video boards. Ray Winder Field, of course, and San Antonio's Wolf Stadium. And the Mission's front office trying to get a new scoreboard built by the city who owns their ballpark. 2-1 pitch, Rodriguez looks at a ball outside, and it's 3-1. Ray Winder Field scoreboard installed in 1995. Back then it was state-of-the-art. Not a bad scoreboard. But if a new ballpark gets built, rest assured there'll be a video board up there. 3-1 the count. There goes the runner. The pitch line towards right field. Willits right there. He had to come in a little more now. Slides to make the catch. That wind is playing games with the Trav right fielder, but he still brought it in anyway. No runs, no hits. 1 man stranded, and we go into the top of the fourth with Corpus Christi ahead of the Travs 1-0. This is Arkansas Traveler Baseball on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
For over 30 years, Jim Elder set the standard for broadcasting Trav baseball. Even though he passed away in 1998, Jim Elder will always be the true voice of the Arkansas Travelers.
Marvin Webb, one of the utility men, is coaching at first base. Rogers, the manager, at third. The pitch. There's a drive to left field. Hit pretty good. Lentine going back. He looks up. That ball is over the fence. A home run.
In his memory, the Jim Elder Good Sports Fund was started to have kids learn important life values through sports. For the 5th year in a row, the fund will present 3 Sunday afternoon kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers at Ray Winder Field. All kids 18 and under are welcome to take instruction from the Trav players and coaches. The first clinic will be on Sunday, May the 15th at 12:45, just before the Travs play Tulsa. For more information, go to www.jimelder.org.
Hey, imagine the following. You and the family are sitting at Ray Winder Field, top of the 6th inning. Tulsa has 2 on, nobody out. A line drive to the shortstop, diving catch, tags the runner, throws to second. Hey, it's an amazing triple play. You just won $100,000. That's right. If the Travelers turn a triple play in the 6th inning of a home game this year, one fan wins $100,000 grand. Trav's triple play contest all season long. 18 and older with a valid driver's license must be present to win.
Three innings are in the books at Whataburger Field as dusk starts to settle into Corpus Christi. The line score, Arkansas Travelers, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the Corpus Christi Hooks, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. Travs have left 2 runners in scoring position and had the 3rd inning end on a double play. Erick Aybar leads off the 4th. Mark McLemore steps off the rubber, looks back to his center fielder, Anderson, who apparently is giving him instructions from center field. On what, I'm not too sure. Aybar will bat from the right side. First pitch on the way, and he looks at a ball. Need to get the leadoff man on base here. Travs are going to need to run a little bit today. Getting on base has been a tough thing for Aybar recently. 1-0 pitch showing bunt. He takes a strike on the inside edge. 1-1. Erick grounded out in the first inning 4-3, meaning he's gone 3 for his last 24. It's his second pretty long slump of the season. Squaring, bringing the bat back and taking another strike. A pretty hittable pitch. At the letters on the inside corner, Aybar with a 1-2 count. McLemore has registered 2 strikeouts. The pitch swung on, fly ball, shallow center. Going out from second, Conrad, and he's able to make the catch in front of center fielder Anderson. And there's 1 away as Aybar is now 0 for 2. But after a high fastball, got underneath it, did not hit it very well.
Left fielder number 25, David Gates.
Aybar seems to be swinging at a lot of pitches outside the strike zone, and then he's taken a lot of strikes. Here's David Gates. 0 for 1, a ground out to third base in the first inning, leaving a runner on. David takes that deep breath and steps up to the plate. That wind continues to blow out to left field. That'll help Gates if he gets under a pitch. First offering, big swing and a miss, strike 1. McLemore pitching very effectively with a high fastball and has stayed right out of the middle of the plate for the most part. 0-1, went with a curve. It's down low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gates. 7 homers for Gates, 29 RBIs. On this road trip, no homers and no RBIs. 1-1 pitch, got under it, pops it up over third towards the seats at third base. It gets into the seats by about 6 rows. And it's 1-2 on the Traveler left fielder Gates, who's into the cleanup spot for the 2nd day in a row. Mike Napoli dropped 2 spots in the order. And he responded yesterday with a 2-run homer, while Gates went 1 for 5. Gates is no longer the league leader in RBIs. Andre Ethier has taken over the RBI lead with 30. Gates and Ethier tied with 7 home runs at the top of the league. And then there's Ethier with a .420 batting average. That's 50 points higher than anybody else in the league. 1-2 to Gates. Swing and a line drive. Base hit over third. That'll roll all the way to the fence. Around first goes Gates. He's digging in for second. And now the ball comes to third base. A double for David Gates with 1 away. And the Travs have another man in scoring position. A chance to tie the game.
Center fielder, number 24, Tommy Murphy.
Double number 10 for Gates, tying him with Reggie Willits for the team lead. And his league-leading 18th extra base hit of the year. Stepping up now, Tommy Murphy. Murphy was right on a pitch in the 2nd inning, but lined it to where Ray Navarrete was playing in. Pretty well hit ball by Murphy. Here's the first delivery. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Strike 1. One nothing. The Hooks over the Travelers. Team scoring the first run in this series has won each of those games. 0-1 is the count. And more kicks. Murphy swings and lines it foul into the first base seat, skimming the top of the Arkansas dugout. Right into the second row. And it's 0-2 from McLemore to Murphy. McLemore coming right at Murphy with the first two pitches. The catcher looking for a high fastball. Here's the pitch. And it is a high fastball, 0-2. Murphy opens that stance. They give him a hole on the right side of the infield, a little room to left. The 1-2 pitch, and it's flying down the right field line. It'll blow out of play, foul. Still 1-2 to Murphy, the Travs center fielder. 2 for 3 yesterday with a triple and RBI, scoring 3 runs. Murphy was our BC Powder player of the game. Looking to hit the ball hard here in the second inning and bring home Gates. Away from second goes Gates. The stretch of the pitch. Swing and a miss. Murphy strikes out on a curveball. McLemore comes through with a very big strikeout, retiring Murphy for the second time. Strikeout number 3 for the left-hander. His first strikeout was a 3-pitch strikeout of Mike Napoli in the second inning. Napoli steps up to the plate here. Hit that home run yesterday, just his third hit in 28 at-bats. 12 of those at-bats ending in a strikeout. Napoli steps in there. He's had trouble catching up to the fastball recently, although he walloped a fastball last night. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Snap throw to second. Gates! Safe at second. He just got the right hand in. That was a perfect throw by Gimenez. The call made by Brandon Cooney, Corpus Christi's least favorite umpire. He got the call right. Gates got that right hand in just before the tag was applied, but it shouldn't even be that close at second base. The count 0-1 on Napoli, so he's already in the hole. How about a clutch base hit? Already 2 men left in scoring position, and McLemore trying to make it a third. The 0-1 to Napoli. A tapper to the mound. Easy play. Runs halfway, flips to first, and Napoli strands a runner. Travs go scoreless in the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and Gates left at second. Travs having some trouble getting the big hit. Middle of the 4th, 1-0 Corpus Christi. This is the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life. Like the time I went on a shop till you drop-a-thon with my girlfriend. So there I am pinballing from store to store across the vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks great, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me, a Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare the fluid. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola. Make it real.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. You and your family the best choices in great food. Many of you are now watching those carbs, and although the Pig and Chick menu has always offered great low-carb items, there's now a special low-carb menu featuring items with the same great taste Pig and Chick is famous for. Of course, you'll still find those great Pig and Chick ribs, barbecue sandwiches, catfish, gourmet sandwiches, chicken, steaks, and more. Great whole family for a relaxing dinner. In a hurry? Get it to go. Pig and Chick, 7824 Highway 107 in Sherwood. Open 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Traveler baseball continues into the bottom of the 4th inning at Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi.
The Hooks have been able to hold on to a 1-0 lead, though the Travs have had a couple of chances to bring in some runs. Travs have had 2 base hits. They've left 3 runners at second base. Corpus Christi's lone run came on a homer by Mike Rodriguez in the second inning. He'll be batting second here in the fourth. And Frey Navarrete leading off the fourth inning. And Steven Shell back to work, and he pops Navarrete up on a high fastball, but this is going to get out of play on the right side for a strike. This inning, we'll have a look at our Southwest Airlines Major League scoreboard and see what's going on across the bigs. Plenty of action already starting. And we have a final score out of Toronto. 3-1, the Blue Jays over Kansas City. Split finger to Navarrete, strike 2. He's 0 for 1. Popped up in the second. Roy Halladay goes the distance for his 5th win. Zach Greinke, the loser, 0-4 is Greinke. Here's Shell's 0-2 pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. Strike 3, ball in the dirt, but Napoli pounces on it and tags Navarrete. Strikeout number 2 for Shell. Now he's going to face Rodriguez, who homered to right field. Scores in the National League. The Houston Astros over Florida 2-1. They're in the bottom of the 7th. Willie Taveras, who was at Double-A for Round Rock last year, has hit his second home run. Paul LaDuca went deep for Florida. Cincinnati over San Diego 3-1 at the top of the 7th. Danny Jackson has homered for the Padres. Shell with a windup and a pitch to the left-handed hitter. Rodriguez squares, takes away ball 1. 4-2, Milwaukee leading Philadelphia, top of the 4th. Abreu and Overbay have gone deep. The Cubs 3, the Mets nothing after 4 innings at Wrigley. Corey Patterson and Jason DuBois have hit home runs. 1-0 is low, 2-0. Top of the 4th at St. Louis, 1-0 the Dodgers lead. Top second in Colorado, Atlanta put up 6 runs in the first inning, 6-0 over the Rockies. Diamondbacks host the Nationals. Giants host the Pirates. The late game's out west. Jeff Fassero on the mound for San Francisco. Amazing that this guy is still pitching. A former Traveler from 15, 16 years ago? Rodriguez looks at ball 3, low and outside, 3-0. Giants just put Jason Schmidt on the disabled list, and so the Giants are not only doing without Barry Bonds, but they're doing without their top pitcher, Jason Schmidt, and closer Benitez. The Giants are falling apart, yet they still have 16 wins and 15 losses. Shell a strike on the outside corner, 3-1. In the American League, in the middle of the 7th, Baltimore 4, Minnesota 3. Wind up the pitch. Rodriguez swings, fouls it high in the air to left, out of play, and it's a full count. Solo home runs for Baltimore, accounting for all 3 of their runs. Palmeiro, Lopez, and Roberts. Brian Roberts hit his 10th of the season. Oakland over Boston 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Shell working with a 3-2 count now to Rodriguez. 1-0 the Hooks. Here's the payoff. Low, ball 4. Very close. That's the 3rd walk allowed by Shell. Second time Rodriguez is on base as he jogs down the line. And this will bring up Charlton Jimerson. The Yankees, on the strength of a 5-run 3rd inning, lead Seattle 7-2 in the 6th. Tino Martinez, a bit of a resurgence. Hit his 8th home run of the year. The White Sox over Tampa Bay 6-4, top of the 6th inning. Toby Hall has hit a home run for the Devil Rays. Texas got a home run from Hank Blaylock in the 1st inning. 4-0 Rangers over the Tigers in the 5th. And late tonight, the Angels host the Cleveland Indians. It is Jimerson watching Shell throw to first base. Rodriguez is back in. Angels were losers yesterday, blanked by Cleveland, 3-0. Halos have now dropped 3 in a row after a 4-game winning streak. Yet the Angels are a game and a half in front of the Texas Rangers. That West Division, which everybody thought was going to be one of the stronger divisions in the American League, might be one of the weaker divisions. Angels in first place, 4 games over 500. A bunt by Jimerson. Here's a race to the bag, and he wins the bag. Jimerson beats out the flip from Elward to Shell, covering at first. They played that ball pretty well, but Jimerson, who can just motor down the first base line, gets a bunt single. First pitch, he push bunted it, forcing Elward to come off the base. And it looked like Elward might have had a better chance to get there if he took it to first himself, but I think Jimerson might have beat that anyway. Talking in the press box today about why Jimerson doesn't bunt more, but he should be bunting more with his outstanding speed. 2 runners on for the 8-hitter Gimenez. Here's the first pitch, and Shell watches him bunt again, but this one foul over the screen behind the plate and into the crowd for a strike. Dangerous position here as Gimenez is swinging a hot bat. His second inning single was his 9th base hit in the last 20 at-bats, just a hair under 500 in the last 6 games. A double play could end this inning, and Shell gets a lot of double plays. He's had 8 turned behind him. From the stretch, the 0-1 pitch, Gimenez looks at another strike. A fastball in the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Corpus Christi got the home run from Mike Rodriguez in the second inning, and the Travs have left 3 runners in scoring position. 1-0 Hooks. Bottom of the 4th, and they threaten again, but Shell ahead in the count. The stretch, the 0-2 pitch. Change up, got him swinging, strike 3. Off-speed delivery as Shell comes through with a very big strikeout. Second strikeout of the evening for Steven, and now the 9-hitter, Norris, will step up to the plate. Norris is 0 for 1. Second inning, ground out to third base. Shell will work from the stretch with Rodriguez leading from second and Jimerson leading away from first. Very good speed on the bases. Shell delivers. Norris takes a breaking ball very high, 1-0. The Travs will hold Rodriguez onto second just a little bit. Callaspo playing off the base at second, but close enough that Rodriguez can't go as far as he'd like to. Shell, a high set. Long look at the runner at second. He delivers the fastball. It's hit high down the right field line, slicing out a play. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dax Norris, who entered the game hitting .229. Elward plays behind Jimerson at first. Takes about 6 steps behind him. The pitch is low, and it's 2-1. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. A clutch spot here for Shell. He hasn't had an easy inning yet. He has allowed 3 walks and 4 hits, yet only the 1 run on the homer hit by Mike Rodriguez. Shell settles to the stretch. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And it's in the dirt. Went with a curveball, and Norris looks at ball 3. 3-1. Norris steps out of the box, collecting his thoughts. Tosses a rock out of the batter's box. Digs in from the right side. Top of the order, Anderson on deck. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Norris, and it is outside. Didn't miss by much, but enough to load the bases. Pitching coach Keith Comstock is going to come out of the dugout to speak with Shell on the mound. There hasn't been a ball out of the infield in this inning. The Hooks have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Shell has recorded 2 outs on strikeouts in the 4th. He's walked 2 batters, and the only man to reach on a base hit, Jimerson, what is going on? So a very odd-looking inning for Steven Shell, as it seems that when he's throwing strikes, he's overpowered batters a little bit. But not throwing strikes, he has now walked 4 hitters in just under 4 innings. Already it's the most walks that Shell has allowed in a game this year. He had had no more than 3 walks in a ball game up until today. Now on the season, Shell has walked 16 in 36 innings. Comstock finishes his talk with Shell. And now Corpus Christi's leadoff hitter, Anderson, steps to the plate. 2 outs, and they're juiced up. Anderson is 1 for 1 with the bases loaded. Short from the stretch. He delivers and way outside. Almost got away from Napoli. It had come wet with his crouch. And he can bring in that high changeup. He starts Anderson off with a changeup. It's the pitch he struck him out on in the 3rd inning. Rochelle had to work hard for that strikeout. He'd fallen behind 3-0. Anderson is 1 for 2 and a single in the 1st and a strikeout in the 3rd. The 1-0 pitch. Anderson swings and fouls it away. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was a big comeback pitch for Shell to even the count. 1-0 to Hooks. They're going to try to get ahead by 3. Shell asks Napoli to go through the signals again. He reads the signs. He is ready. A check at 3rd. Here's the pitch. Hard hit to shortstop. Bobbled by Aybar. He recovers. He fires. Did he get him? Out at first base. Barely retired Anderson. The side retired. And Shell escapes here in the 4th inning. No runs. 1 hit. 3 runners left on base on a bang play at first. 4 innings are in the books. Corpus Christi leads 1-0. This is the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Hey, nobody said quitting smoking was easy, but others have done it, and you can too, with help from the SOS Quit line, 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the help you need to kick the tobacco habit. It's free, and it's free of nagging and preaching too. So call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and get the help you need. What have you got to lose, besides the most dangerous habit you've ever had? 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call now.
Bill Valentine here with a question. When was the last time you saw the Trav turn to triple play? That's right, I can't remember either. So this year we're going to celebrate if the Travs manage to turn that trick. $100,000 to one fan if the Travs complete a triple play during the 6th inning of a home game. You got to be 18 to enter with a valid driver's license, and you must be present to win. It's a Travelers' $100,000 triple play giveaway all season long here at Ray Winder Field.
For over 30 years, Jim Elder set the standard for broadcasting Trav baseball. Even though he passed away in 1998, Jim Elder will always be the true voice of the Arkansas Travelers.
Marvin Webb, one of the utility men, is coaching at first base. Rogers, the manager, at 3rd. The pitch. There's a drive to left field. Hit pretty good. Lentine going back. He looks up. That ball is over the fence. A home run.
In his memory, the Jim Elder Good Sports Fund was started to have kids learn important life values through sports. For the 5th year in a row, the fund will present 3 Sunday afternoon kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers at Ray Winder Field. All kids 18 and under are welcome to take instruction from the Trav players and coaches. The first clinic will be on Sunday, May the 15th at 12:45, just before the Travs play Tulsa. For more information, go to www.jimelder.org.
Mike Elward leads off in the 5th inning already with an 0-1 count, and he takes the second pitch away from Mark McLemore, and it's 1-1. Phil Elson with you on the broadcast tonight here on the Creative Sports Radio Network. Travs trail at 1-0. Mark McLemore delivers low and away. Travs getting out hit 4-2. Corpus Christi has also drawn 4 walks. Corpus Christi had a chance to break the game open in the 4th with the bases loaded. They have left 6 runners on base. Elward takes high, 3-1. Elward is 0 for 1, popped out in the 2nd inning. Trying to become the first Trav leadoff man to reach base here in the 5th inning to wind up the 3-1 pitch. And it's outside, a leadoff walk. Take your base, Elward. There he goes.
Designated hitter number 20, Brent Del.
McLemore has now walked 3 hitters. We've got a couple of pitchers today. Been a little wild. Shell had never walked more than 3 batters. McLemore walking 3 for the 3rd time this year. And now the 8-hitter Del Chiaro steps up to the plate. Struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. 7th time he struck out in 15 at-bats this year. From the stretch, McLemore delivers. Del Chiaro swings again late and misses. Strike 1. with Del Chiaro, the designated hitter, there's no backup catcher for the ball club. Manny Santana still on the disabled list with that jammed finger on his throwing hand. McLemore delivers. Del Chiaro takes a curve low. 1-1. Just 2 days ago, Travs were about to use up all of their position players. Almost had to have the pitcher hit in the ninth inning. There was one position player left. McLemore, a high set. He kicks, he deals, swing and a miss. Del Chiaro was pretty late on these high fastballs that he's going after. McLemore ahead of the count 1-2 with Leahy on deck. Three strikeouts for McLemore. Going for his fourth right here. Elward leads away shortly from first. The pitch, swing and a miss. Another hard fastball that Del Chiaro can't catch up with. Second strikeout for Del, and here's the 9-hitter Leahy. Good action on that pitch from McLemore, diving away from the right-handed hitting Del Chiaro. 4 strikeouts now. Leahy with one of 2 Trav doubles today. A double in the third inning to right field. The pitch popped up behind the second baseman Conrad. He shifts back towards right field. Called off by Jimerson, the right fielder, who comes in to make the catch. Leahy went after the first pitch and pops up. Elward remaining at first base after drawing a leadoff walk. So back to the top of the order and Reggie Willits. Willits flying out in the first to left field. Drew a walk in the third and then was thrown out at second on the front end of a double play. 1-0 the Hooks. Top of the fifth. Willits batting from the right side. Here's the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. McLemore was 7-7 last year at Single A Salem. One of the levels that Houston uses, one of those piggyback pitching rotations. 8 starting pitchers. Bunted by Willits, right back to the mound. McLemore takes care of that. He almost threw it away. But stretching the first baseman Norris keeps his tippy toes on the base. And the inning is over. Travs couldn't do much with that leadoff bunt. Or leadoff walk to Elward. They stranded him at first. And after 4.5 at Whataburger Field, Corpus Christi still has a 1-0 lead. This is the CSN Travelers Radio Network.
Better choices. Sonic's got them, others don't. Come in today for the spicy taste of Sonic's new Cajun chicken sandwich. A tender grilled chicken breast topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, pepper jack cheese, and ranch dressing. Then seasoned with Sonic's 3 blackened sauce. It's a little bit of New Orleans flavor served up hot and fast the way only Sonic can do it. But only for a limited time at participating Sonic drive-ins. The new Cajun chicken sandwich. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi, I just bought a 6-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste?
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying. All I want is flavor.
Sure, there's no flavor.
Is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no centers.
I'll tell you what. I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Get out today and hit the links. Stone Lakes. Stone Lakes Golf Course is rated as one of the best public courses in the state. Sporting beautiful bent grass greens, plus lush fairways and tees. Stone Lakes has matured over the past 3 years into a true test of golf. Stone Lakes features reasonable green speeds and 18 lake-style holes located 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Call 945-0945 for Stone Lakes or visit online at stonelakes.net.
1-0 Corpus Christi in front. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning with Eric Riggs taking a strike to start the bottom of the fifth. Stephen Shell remains on the mound. He's had an adventurous 4 innings. And only 1 run against him on a homer from Mike Rodriguez. There's strike 2 on the inside corner to Riggs. Riggs, the 2-hitter, has flied to left field in the first. He grounded out to short in the 3rd inning. Conrad on deck. He's walked twice. And then Carlos Rodriguez 0 for 2. 0-2 pitch from Shell. Off speed, swing and a miss. Riggs strikes out on 3 pitches. Big curveball, very sharp, late break to it, down and into the left-handed hitting Riggs, who has now gone 0 for 3. Shell hasn't had a 1-2-3 inning yet. The Hooks have left 6 runners on base. And without that one good swing by Mike Rodriguez, they would not have scored any runs yet. Conrad will bat from the left side. He will take a strike. First pitch fastball over the knees on the inside corner. Shell winds, high leg kick. His fastball low, and it's 1-1. Shell has a nice, easy pitching delivery, though he lifts his leg pretty high. It doesn't throw him off at all. 1-1 pitch, and it's low again, 2-1. Went to the split finger. Let go of it too late. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Steven utilizes his height. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball left field. Back on it, Gates. At the warning track. At the wall. He jumps. Is that a home run? It is a home run. I can't believe that ball got out of here. Into the jet stream in left field. Gates was in front of the warning track waiting for the ball. Then he notices the ball catches speed in the wind, and he goes back to the warning track. Almost brought it in on the fence, but it ends up on the other side. And a wind-blown home run for Brooks Conrad. It's 2-0 Round Rock. It's the 2nd home run they've hit. Now, the ball was hit pretty well, but not well enough to get out of the ballpark. And we have now seen Whataburger Field blow a home run out. A fastball now to Rodriguez on the outside corner, strike 1. Mike Rodriguez, this is Carlos Rodriguez batting now, but Mike Rodriguez in the 2nd hit a ball into the wind. That was a legitimate home run. 0-1 pitch to Carlos, swing and a miss on a high fastball. It's 0-2. Well, this home run to Conrad is very reminiscent of old Christensen Stadium in Midland, where there are balls that used to be pop-ups that would be caught by the second baseman that blew out over the right field fence. What a cheap home run. 0-2 pitch. Off speed high, ball 1, 1-2. But with Conrad hitting that homer, it does say something that Shell had his fastball elevated. And it seems to be his biggest problem this year. Even the fastball sitting on a tee on occasion. The 1-2 curve high and tight, 2-2. That's now 6 home runs that Shell has allowed. I mean, say what you want about a wind-blown home run, but you can't argue with the numbers. Shell allows a lot of home runs. About to go to the windup. Time was called. Fans calling for a balk. There's nobody on base. Now here's the 2-2 pitch from Shell. And it is lined softly over first into right field for a base hit. It'll be a single for Carlos Rodriguez as he shortens up and goes the opposite field. That's 6 hits off of Shell. Good piece of hitting by Rodriguez. Navarrete comes up next. Now, Steven knows throughout his career he's given up home runs, and I think, to be honest, he doesn't quite mind that, as long as he gives up solo home runs. He's given up 2 of them today. Travs haven't been able to pick him up offensively, though. They've registered only 2 hits off Mark McLemore. Navarrete takes a pitch low and outside, ball 1. There's a little action in the Traveler bullpen. Delvin James is getting ready. It's been a while since DJ worked in a game. Shell. In the stretch, he deals a curve high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes, and Napoli jogs out to the mound. And now Comstock comes out to join him as well. Trying to calm Shell down as he's having a rough inning here in the 5th after a strikeout of Riggs on 3 pitches. Left a hanging fastball to Conrad. And then Rodriguez singles into right.
We need a lot of pieces to take the curse off those innings, and nobody seems to know what to get Billy or Jimmy for their wedding present.
Show me a ballpark with a video board that doesn't play that famous scene from Bull Durham with the visit to the mound by the pitching coach, talking about buying candlesticks and needing to break the curse on the first baseman's glove. You show me a ballpark that doesn't play that, and I've got a few watches for you to buy. 2-0 count to Navarrete, and the pitch. Fastball hit high, deep left center field. Gates with room at the track to make the catch. That ball hung up in the wind, but Navarrete didn't quite hit it as cleanly as he would need to get it out of the ballpark. So it's a long fly out. Navarrete now 0 for 3, and here comes Mike Rodriguez. Been 2 batters doing most of the work today for the Corpus Christi Hooks. Conrad, who with the 2 walks and the home run. And then there's Rodriguez with the home run and 1 walk. 2 outs. Runner at first is Rodriguez. 2-0 Corpus Christi. Shell delivers from the stretch, a fastball inside. 6 home runs this season off Shell means he's now allowed 53 career home runs in 5 seasons. Well, 4 seasons working on his 5th. 1-0 to Rodriguez. The pitch, and that one low. It's 2-0. Two outs, and Shell working from behind once again. Here's the pitch, and it is grounded to the hole at short. Quickly into the hole, Aybar. Off balance, the throw. He got him. Scooped up by Elward, and a spectacular play by Aybar ends the 5th inning, where the Hooks get in front by 2 on their 2nd home run of the game. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 stranded. Travs are going to have to start hitting the ball. They trail it 2-0 as we go to the 6th inning in Corpus Christi. Now these words on CSN from Settle Office Products.
When it comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They get free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com. Dreams makes the best reality. And the reality is that the Honda Ridgeline is here at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. It's tough as nails and rugged from top to bottom. The all-new 2006 Honda Ridgeline features a rigid closed-box frame with unit body construction and fully independent suspension for confident handling. The Honda Ridgeline with full features. Come see it today and drive it away tonight at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. Bale Honda, making your life's drive a little bit smoother.
If you're a fan of sports in Arkansas, then this summer CSN is the place to be, as we'll bring you Arkansas Travelers baseball, Arkansas Twisters football, and Arkansas Archangels basketball. In May, it's the high school baseball and softball tournaments and state championship games. In June, it's the high school all-star games, and in July and August, we'll bring you the American Legion state tournaments and championship games. Sports action all summer long right here on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Travelers baseball is 5 innings in the books today, and 2-0 is the score. Corpus Christi on the strength of 2 solo home runs leading the Travelers tonight. Game 3 of the 4-game series. Each team has won a game. Erick Aybar leads off the 6th inning. Actually, that's Alberto Callaspo leading off. First pitch, he swings, and a line drive towards center field. Anderson playing shallow, still able to make the catch as he goes back, and there's 1 away. Probably the best ball Callaspo's hit for a while. Couldn't get it over the center fielder's head, and so he's now 0 for 2 today. And Callaspo is 5 for his last 33. Erick Aybar steps up now. He is 0 for 2. And Aybar is 3 for his last 25. He shows bunt. He takes a ball outside. First inning, Aybar grounded out 4-3. In the fourth inning, he popped up to the second baseman. Mark McLemore delivers in the dirt, 2-0. Travs haven't been able to utilize their speed today. Their base runners, Leahy, who doubled in the third, Gates, who doubled in the fourth. They're not the speediest of the Travs. Then Elwood, who drew the walk in the fifth inning, he's not stealing many bases. 2-0 pitch to Aybar, squaring again, and it's ball 3 upstairs, 3-0. Get Aybar on base, and who knows what could happen. Might be able to steal him a base. Gates is on deck. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. I mean, in almost no time at all, it took McLemore to throw 4 pitches outside the strike zone.
Left fielder David Gates.
Here comes Gates. Gates hit a double in the fourth into the left field corner. The first inning ground out to third. He is 1 for 2 today. Over the series, Gates 5 for 10. The outfield drops a little further back, and the infield at double play depth. Throw to first, and Aybar is back. That'll be the first of probably quite a few tosses over. 2-0 the Hooks, and the Travs once again with a chance to do a little damage here. Aybar 8 for 13 in stolen base attempts. Successful 61%. Gates a swing and a tip foul off the catcher. Strike 1. Only 2 base hits for the Travs, yet they have taken 4 walks. Gates on a bit of a hot streak right now. 14 hits in his last 10 games. The 0-1. And there's another strike on the outside corner. Gates doesn't like the call. 0-2. That was a pretty good pitch by McLemore. Borderline. McLemore gets the call. 1 out. McLemore delivers. Swung on, flied high down the right field line. Stay fair into the corner going Jimerson, and that ball is going to be foul and caught. We can't see it from here, so you got to trust the umpire. He says it's caught. There's 2 outs. And holding it first is Aybar. Here comes Murphy.
Center fielder Tommy Murphy.
Murphy is 0 for 2. He's lined out to third. He struck out in the fourth. 2 outs. Aybar stays at first. 2-0 Corpus. McLemore goes set and throws a pitch out. Nothing doing as Aybar holds at first base. Now when it comes to playing games here in Corpus Christi, you've got to trust the umpires when it gets to the corners because you flat cannot see the corners. I saw Jimerson sprinting into that corner. I thought the ball had a chance to get out, but he caught it in foul territory. Throw to first, back in Aybar. Murphy checks the signs from Tom Gamboa. Steps in there. The count of 1-0 with McLemore working from the stretch. He sets, he deals. Aybar bluffs the pitch high, ball 2. Here's the stretch by McLemore. He deals, and Murphy gets under it. A pop fly to shallow right. The second baseman, Conrad, converging with Jimerson, and Jimerson makes the catch. And once again, the Travs strand a base runner. No runs, no hits, 1 left. 5.5 complete, and It's Corpus Christi leading 2-0. This is the CSN Travelers Radio Network.
Fact. Only Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville offers a 3,000-mile warranty on every used vehicle. Fact. Only Gwatney Chevrolet puts a brand new set of tires on every used vehicle. Fact. Only Gwatney Chevrolet puts a bed liner in every used truck. Fact. Only Gwatney Chevrolet offers a certificate of assurance that every used vehicle is good enough for a mom to drive. Fact. Only at Gwatney Chevrolet will you get the new car smell without the new car price. Fact. Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville is the only place to shop for new and used.
An accident involving a large truck can cause a lot of damage. If you're injured, you need a law firm that knows what they're doing. And while facts differ and results vary, we've got a verdict as large as $12.5 million in a single tractor-trailer case. Put this experience on your side. Call us at Gary Eubanks & Associates. We'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
AmeriPride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. AmeriPride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an AmeriPride consultant. Also specializing in the finest quality table linens, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for AmeriPride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
The night is over for Stephen Shell. He has been removed, and Delvin James comes on to replace him. Stephen seemed to be a little bit wild today. A season-high 4 walks issued, plus the couple of homers that he gave up on hanging fastballs. I got to tell you, though, the home run that Mike Rodriguez hit was a pretty good pitch. Fastball in his hands, and he was somehow able to turn on it and drive it just over the right field corner. Home run to Conrad was wind blown, but it was a hanging fastball. So Shell only could be the losing pitcher today unless the Traps come from behind. Yet the Arkansas batters are very cold tonight. It is Delvin James on to face the 7-hitter Charlton Jimerson. From the windup, James throws a first pitch changeup, and Jimerson swings and misses. Strike one. For DJ, it's his 9th outing of the year, but it's been a while for him. Last pitched 6 days ago in the Wednesday morning game at Ray Winder. Jimerson a swing and a miss on the curve, 0-2. The numbers for DJ: no wins, 2 losses, and a .392 earned run average. Had a pretty good start against Corpus Christi. 5 innings, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. Traps won that ball game, but James got a no decision. 0-2 is in the dirt. Ball 1, 1-2. Shell charged with 2 earned runs in 5 innings. Could have been a lot worse. The 1-2 pitch, a curve in the dirt, 2-2. Shell allowed 10 base runners in 5 innings, but only the 2 solo home runs managed to bring home runs. 2-2 pitch, sidearm fastball just missed the outside corner. James dropping down with a sidearm hard one. Count is now full as he kicks and delivers to Jimerson. Curve low and away, and Jimerson, after falling down 0-2, takes a walk. James missed with 4 consecutive pitches. A lot of pitchers try to get Jimerson to go fishing for a pitch in the dirt or a high fastball, but that time he was able to lay off. And Jimerson draws the walk from a Traveler pitcher tonight. Now the 8-hitter, Hector Gimenez, passing the left side. He singled in the second, struck out in the fourth, 1 for 2. Throw to first. Jimerson lunges in there safely. I think Stephen Shell does deserve some credit. Able to pitch out of a couple of tight situations. Corpus Christi left the bases loaded in the 4th inning, and they stranded 7. Throw to first, safe at first. Pitch grounded to second. Tailor-made double play. Callaspo to Aybar 1. The relay. Rack him up. 4-6-3 as James erases the bases. 2 gone. And here comes Dax Norris. Nothing. Oaks lead the Travs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Norris is over 1 to walk and a ground out. James misses low and in with a fastball. I think TJ was starting to get frustrated with how he's being used out of the bullpen. The 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. It had been 6 days since he last pitched, but rather coaching staff wanted to give him the necessary 4 days off that every starting pitcher usually gets before coming back to throw. 2-0 pitch on the way. And that's low. He misses again. Ball 3, 3-0. DJ is not used to being a reliever. He's been a starter for much of his career. 3-0 pitch. Way outside. He throws it past the catcher. And he walks his second batter of the inning. That'll bring up the top of the order with Anderson. Leaning on the top step of the Traveler dugout is pitching coordinator Mike Butcher, formerly the Traveler pitching coach in 2001. Butch celebrating a birthday. Born in 1965, it is happy number 40 for Mike Butcher. He said he didn't even remember it was his birthday until his wife reminded of him yesterday. Fastball outside to Anderson, ball 1. You want to talk about being addicted to your work? If you don't remember it's your own birthday, you're working too hard. Mike, take a break. Anderson is 1 for 3. James misses again. Snap throw to first. They pick him off. Napoli picks off Norris at first base. James was having some serious trouble finding the strike zone, so that is a very clutch play by Mike Napoli. No runs, no hits, no one left. Very odd inning. 2 walks, a double play, and a pickoff. So we go into the 7th, and it's still 2-0 Corpus Christi. This is the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into Yellow Book, not the other book.
When it comes to making their buying decisions, people today let their fingers do the walking through Yellow Book Yellow Pages. It's no wonder. Yellow Book's packed with money-saving coupons, restaurant menus, and vital community info. And with more ads than ever before, it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's easy to spot. Just reach for the yellow directory with the map on the cover and join the smart shoppers who choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Put your business in Yellow Book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
Let your fingers walk into Yellow Book, not the other book.
Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-time trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Park Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the Yellow Pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
Hey, imagine the following. You and the family are sitting at Ray Winder Field, top of the 6th inning. Tulsa has 2 on, nobody out. A line drive to the shortstop, diving catch, tags the runner, throws to second. Hey, it's an amazing triple play. You just won $100,000. That's right. It's the Travelers' turn to triple play. In the 6th inning of a home game this year, one fan wins $100,000 grand. Travs triple play contest all season long. 18 and older with a valid driver's license must be present to win.
Six in the books. 2-0 Corpus Christi in front. Mike Napoli leads off the 7th. He shortens up on the bat, showing bunt, and takes a ball low and away from Mark McLemore. McLemore limiting the Travs to only 2 base hits. He has walked 4. Napoli 0 for 2. The pitch outside, and it's ball 2, 2-0. Yesterday, the Travs had really no trouble hitting. They collected 10 base hits, but only 2 so far off McLemore. The 2-0 swing and a miss as Napoli goes after the high fastball, and it's 2-1. Travs have left a runner on base in 5 of 6 innings. Got to get someone on base first here. 2-1 pitch. Ball 3 upstairs, 3-1. McLemore hides his face with his glove as he gets the sign. Here's the 3-1 to Napoli. Strike 2 on the low outside corner. Napoli disagreeing with that strike call by Waters. Picks up a little dirt, steps out of the batter's box. One of these days, someone's going to get called out for stepping out of the batter's box with that new experimental rule in the minors. Hasn't happened yet in the Texas League. It has happened in the California League. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball foul. Hit off the handle of the bat into the first base seats. McLemore has walked 4. And he was also struck out 4. Retired Napoli on a high strikeout in the second. Got him the bounce to the mound in the 4th. McLemore delivers the payoff pitch. Ball 4. A check swing. It is low and away. They will appeal the swing. And Banks denies the appeal. So a leadoff walk. The 5th walk allowed by McLemore.
First baseman, Mike Elward.
And Mike Elward comes up next for the Travelers. There is a left-hander warming up in the Corpus Christi bullpen. Hooks lefty Philip Barzilla getting ready. He threw 1 inning yesterday. Let's see if Arkansas can't do something with this leadoff walk. 7-hitter Elward took a walk in the 5th. Popped out in the 2nd. There's a throw to first, and Napoli lunges back in. Two to nothing to Hooks. Those solo home runs. The first pitch, Elward swings. Off the end of the bat, it goes to shallow center. Anderson got a good break on it. Comes in to make the catch. Dead center field, not very well hit. We'll pause 10 seconds now for station identification. From Corpus Christi's Whataburger Field, this is the Creative Sports Radio Network, your home for Arkansas Traveler Baseball.
Designated hitter, Rendell Hero.
2-0 Corpus Christi in front of the Travelers. Brent Del Chiaro called up to bat next, but first a visit to the mound by the catcher Jimenez. The Travs have been shut out once this year. It happened at Wichita, April 22nd. They lost 7-0. Came close to getting shut out a couple of other times. They've been held to 1 run 2 times. And it's been very recent. 2-1 loss to San Antonio at the start of this road trip, and then Sunday's loss here in Corpus Christi, 3-1. Del Chiaro was struck out in both of his at-bats, having some trouble catching up to the fastball, and here's another swing and a miss. That fastball registering at 88 miles an hour, and McLemore has stayed high in the strike zone at Del Chiaro, and Del just hasn't been able to catch up yet. Sooner or later, he'll get a hold of one. Pitch. High, and that time he looks at it. Ball 1-1. Tulsa has taken a 5-0 lead over Midland. Christian Parker holding the Rockhounds to only 2 hits. The top scoring team in the Texas League, Midland is. And Parker shutting them out through 7 innings. 1-1. McLemore delivers. Ball 2 on a fastball down and outside. 2-1. Springfield had a 5-0 lead. San Antonio put up 3 in the 4th. It's a 2-run cushion for the Cardinals, 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th. And Wichita pounding on Frisco, 8-1. Even committing 3 errors. The Wranglers in front by 7 in the last of the 6th inning. 2-1 pitch. Del Chiaro, a swing and a miss. Nothing but fastballs from Mark McLemore, 2-2. I'm surprised I hadn't said it yet. This is no relation to the major leaguer Mark McLemore. It's the same spelling. A little confusing, but it is not any relation. 2-2. The pitch, swing and a miss. Third strikeout of Del Chiaro. So Del Chiaro wears the collar, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. That's been a weak spot in the Traveler order today. And now here is Ryan Leahy, a double to right field in the 3rd. A pop out to shallow right in the 5th. He's 1 for 2. 2 outs. First pitch inside, ball 1. The runner at first is Napoli. He drew a leadoff walk. Travs have not been able to do anything with it. Pitch fouled back, 1-1. At no point today, actually at one point today, if the Travs had 2 men on base. That was way back in the 3rd inning. Leahy after a double. Willits took a walk. But then Alberto Callaspo bounced into a double play to end the inning. There's been 1 base runner at a time since. The 1-1 pitch to Leahy, fouled away. A little late on the fastball. He fouls it to the upper deck at first base, and it's 1-2. McLemore a little wild today, but perhaps that wildness has helped him. He's been very effective, especially with his fastball. Now the stretch and time called, granted to Leahy by the plate umpire Waters. Leahy straddles the left side of the plate. Leans back. They're going to pitch him inside. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it off. Went after the fastball above the strike zone, and that's where McLemore has been mostly effective. In the upper part of the strike zone with a hard fastball. And he still is throwing in the low 90s. Barzilla continues to warm up in the left center field bullpen. Traveler bullpen is quiet. Starting pitcher Shell lasted just 5 innings today. The sign flashed out to McLemore. He accepts it. Here's the pitch. Leahy takes a curve low, 2-2. Both the Trav base hits doubles today. Leahy's double was in and out of Jimerson's glove on a dive attempt in the 3rd inning. Gates had a double to the corner in left field. That was with 1 out in the 4th. And the Travs haven't had a hit since. And there's 2 outs now in the 7th. That's 3 innings without a hit. The 2-2 pitch. And a line drive foul off the roof of the Traveler dugout. Almost hit Armando Rivas, our trainer. Had to duck underneath that. Rivas standing between Greg Porter and Erick Aybar on the far steps of that dugout. Everybody else but Mondo was in the right situation to not have to duck. Pitch to Leahy. Soft fly ball, base hit into right field. Napoli turns the corner at second. He gets to third base. The throw comes into third, and he's in safely. Dangerous throw by the right fielder Jimerson. He had no chance to throw out Napoli, and if it got away, Napoli would score. So Leahy is 2 for 3 with a fantastic at-bat here in the 7th inning. He fouled away 2 two-strike pitches to set up the top of the order. Reggie Willits. Time is called. The Corpus Christi manager, Dave Clark, comes out of the dugout. McLemore might be finished. Barzilla has been warming up since the start of the inning, and Clark motions for the bullpen. So McLemore is finished after 6 2/3, allowing just the 3 hits, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, no runs yet, and he is responsible for both base runners. So Philip Barzilla, the left-hander, brought in from the bullpen. We'll give you 60 seconds for the pitching change. The score 2-0 Corpus Christi. This is Arkansas Traveler Baseball on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
There's this girl I kind of like.
Well, if there's one thing I know, it's women.
Really?
Well, they didn't call me Velvet for nothing.
I don't get it.
Smooth. I was smooth.
Oh.
Anyway, it's easy. You just got to impress her. Show her how strong you are.
Okay, but how?
Just, I don't know, pick up a lot of heavy things around her.
Like what?
I don't know, desks, chairs, people. Grunt, if you have to.
Grunt?
Yeah, be like, ugh! Try it. Ugh! See, there you go. And you should dress up. Start wearing a shirt and tie.
I'll look like a dork.
No, you'll look successful.
Okay.
And finally, you can start using my cologne. The ladies love it, so don't be shy. Splash it on.
Thanks, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. When you adopt a child from foster care, just being there makes all the difference. To find out how you can adopt, please visit our website at adoptuskids.org or call 1-888-200-4005. A public service announcement brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Another chance for the Arkansas Travelers. It's been since the 4th inning since they had a runner in scoring position. And now they've got men at the corners and 2 outs. The left-hander Philip Barzilla comes on, replacing the starter Mark McLemore. 2-0. The Hooks have been in front since the 2nd inning. And Mike Rodriguez hit a home run just over the right field fence in the corner. It was 2-0 after a solo wind-blown home run by Brooks Conrad into left field in the 5th. Travs managing 3 base hits so far. And now facing Barzilla, a 6-foot left-hander from Sugar Land, Texas. He's making appearance number 12 on the year. No wins and a loss. .559 ERA and a .262 batting average against. Reggie Willits steps up to the plate with 2 outs. At third base, Napoli. Leahy at first. Willits is 0 for 2 today, trying to bunt his way on back in the 5th inning and was retired by the pitcher. Walked in the 3rd, fly to left in the 1st. First pitch. Ball 1 down low, 1-0. 11 hits against Barzilla in 9 2/3 innings, 1 of them a homer. 8 runs, 6 earned. He's walked 4 and struck out 9. Middle infielders a little further back than the corners. First baseman holds a runner on. Change up down low, and it's 2-0 to Reggie Willits. In the outfield, they're playing straight away. Usually the center fielder is positioned a few steps towards left, playing with that strong wind across the outfield right to left. Shallow in right field is Jimerson. 2-0 the count on Willits. Barzilla kicks and deals. Willits takes a strike on a fastball just over the plate at the knees. 2-1. Frustrated ball club today, the Travs are. They scored early and often in yesterday's game. 2-1 pitch. Just missing inside. A couple of very close pitches. Barzilla got the call on 2-0. Doesn't get it on 2-1. So Willits runs it to 3-1. The slumping Alberto Callaspo on deck. A walk would push the tying run into scoring position. Barzilla delivers. Swing and a foul ball off the under part of the bat, bouncing behind the plate, and the count is full. 3-2. Willits with 10 RBIs this year, 7 of them with the bases loaded, but right now he's got runners at the corners. And they are free to roam. Nobody holding on Napoli at third. Leahy left alone at first. The pitch, Leahy running, swinging a short ground ball, chopping towards third base. Navarrete throws on the run, safe at first, and Napoli scores. Willits beats out a very slow ground ball. Navarrete did everything he could. However, he could not beat Willits with a throw to first, and the Travs finally break through with a run. An infield single for Reggie Willits credited him with his 11th RBI. Leahy running with that pitch. He can only make it to second base. Still 2 outs, and the lead for Corpus Christi is 2-1. Callaspo hit into a double play in the third, flied out to center in the sixth. Reached base in the first, taking a base on balls. Barzilla, first pitch. Fastball gets away from the catcher, a base for each runner. On to third goes Leahy, Willits to second. Didn't look like that pitch hit the dirt. Before word comes from the official scorer, we'll call it a pass ball. And so a base hit might put the Travelers ahead. Time called. Joe Slusarski, the pitching coach, slowly makes his way out to the mound. Barzilla inherited only one runner. He is responsible for Willits at second base. McLemore, the starting pitcher, could only be the winner or get a no decision. He walked 5, struck out 5, gave up 3 hits. And now the Travs trying to come from behind in the 7th inning. And while Slusarski speaks with the catcher and the pitcher on the mound, there is action in the bullpen in left field. Corpus Christi has right-hander Roberto Giron warming up. So it is Callaspo with a chance to put the Travs ahead for the first time today. Alberto came up with a bunch of clutch base hits at Raywinder Field. But of late he has not. The plate umpire Waters has been out on the pitcher's mound now for a while. And he finally is able to break up that conference with the coach Slusarski. Jimenez, the catcher, walks back behind the dish. And now Barzilla takes his place on the mound. Callaspo stepping up there with a count of 1-0. The infield is deep up the middle. Closer in at third. Back off at first, Norris. From the stretch. Here's Barzilla's 1-0. And it's a strike. Callaspo takes a fastball, and it's 1-1. Callaspo hitting .325 with a runner in scoring position. With 2 outs, even more clutch. .538 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Here's the 1-1. Check swing. It is in the dirt. They'll appeal. No swing. 2-1. That ball almost got away from Jimenez. Jimenez gets a new baseball from the plate umpire. Barzilla has a 2-1 count on Callaspo. Still without a hit in this series, Alberto is 0 for 10. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a little ground ball slowly towards second. Conrad comes in, picks it, flips it, and the side retired. Travs managed 1 run in the 7th inning on 2 base hits. And they spread another 2 runners in scoring position. Time to stretch him at Corpus Christi. A tight ball game today. Corpus Christi 2, Arkansas 1. This is the CSN Travelers Radio Network.
Hey fans, Bill Valentine here with a question. When was the last time you saw the Travs turn to triple play? That's right, I can't remember either. So this year we're going to celebrate if the Travs manage to turn that trick. $100,000 to one fan if the Travelers complete a triple play during the 6th inning of a home game. You got to be 18 to enter with a valid driver's license, and you must be present to win. It's the Travelers' $100,000 triple play giveaway all season long here at Raywinder Field.
It's time for a reintroduction to one of your close friends. A friend who supported you through many a spring or summer night over the years, and you never have to go searching for him. He's always in the same spot along the third base line. Baseball fans, reintroducing the Ray Winder Field Bleachers. The Bleachers are the place to gather with your other friends to catch exciting Arkansas Travelers baseball. And at just $6 a ticket, there's no place friendlier. Call the Travs at 664-1555 or visit Travs.com.
Hey, imagine the following. You and the family are sitting at Ray Winder Field, top of the 6th inning. Tulsa has 2 on, nobody out. A line drive to the shortstop, diving catch, tags the runner, throws to second. Hey, it's an amazing triple play. You just won $100,000. That's right. It's the Travelers' turn to triple play. In the 6th inning of a home game this year, one fan wins $100,000 grand. Travs triple play contest all season long. 18 and older with a valid driver's license must be present to win.
Travs coming close to taking the lead last inning, but left another couple men on base. They've left 7 runners on base now in 7 innings. Corpus Christi's lead is now 2-1. Delvin James back to the mound. Here in the bottom of the 7th, faces the top of the order, Josh Anderson. Hits a little number towards the mound on the first pitch. Delvin James jumps on it, fires, and retires Anderson. 1-3. Second inning here for James. He struggled in the 6th inning, but still only faced 3 hitters. After a walk, got a double play. Then after another walk, Napoli picked the runner off of first. 1 run on 4 hits for the Travs. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Hooks. Eric Riggs is 0 for 3, the Corpus Christi shortstop. Bats on the left side, and he will look at a fastball away. First inning, Riggs flied to left. In the 3rd inning, he grounded out 6-3. 5th inning, struck out on 3 pitches against Stephen Shell. Delvin James with a deep breath. He asked for Napoli to come out to the mound. Napoli obliges, walks out slowly. Shell went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, all earned on 4 walks, 6 hits, and 4 strikeouts. James now with a 1-0 pitch, and he floats the changeup high, 2-0. Pitch, swinging a bouncing ball to first, and a nice play by Elward off to his side. He dives at the base with the baseball in his glove and steps on it. 3 unassisted. Ball was picking up speed as it bounced along the first base line. Elward didn't backhand it. He played it off to the side. It took a hop up towards his chin and still stabbed it. Made the play. Nice looking play by Elward. 2 gone. Conrad, the batter, he's been pesky. Shell walked him in the 1st and 3rd, then hung a fastball, which Conrad hit into the jet stream in left field, and it just barely got over the fence. Pitch 1, down low, ball 1. 2-1 the Hooks. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that one is also low. 2 balls, no strikes. With Arkansas winning yesterday, they snapped a 5-game losing streak on the road. The road record is 5-10. 2-0 pitch. Just missing away. 3-0. Tight ball game tonight. 3-0 pitch on the way from James. Inside on 4 pitches, he walks Conrad. Conrad makes it on base for the 4th time. This brings up the cleanup hitter, Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets his 4th at-bat. He is 1 for 3. First inning fly to center. 3rd inning went out right, single to right field in the 5th. First pitch fouled back. as James comes on the hands with a fastball, 0-1. Trav pitchers have now walked 7 batters. 4 by Shell, 3 by Conrad. 3 by James, and Conrad's taken 3 of the walks. James is 0-1. Curveball hit deep to left field. That is a mammoth moonshot. It's a 2-run homer. The 3rd home run of the night by the Corpus Christi Hooks makes it 4-1. Rodriguez's 5th home run of the season, and it ends up over the berm in left field. A hanging curveball, which ended up in the air on the other side of the left field fence. Rodriguez with his 3rd home run against the Travelers. What's he going to do when this team leaves town? Ray Navarrete now steps in, and James misses low for a ball, 1-0. 3 home runs for Corpus Christi. One by Carlos Rodriguez wasn't cheap. That was a legitimate blast. Strike 1 to Navarrete, and it's 1-1. Navarrete has popped up, struck out, and flied out. Pitches outside, and it's 2-1. 25 homers now allowed by Traveler pitching. Here's the pitch. And another high, deep drive down the left field line. If it's fair, it's a home run. It is foul. Not by much. Another drive to left field by Navarrete. And Corpus Christi's last 2 batters have teed off. That ball barely fouled. The 25 home runs allowed by Trav pitching represents the 2nd most homers allowed by any team. Only the Midland Rockhounds have allowed more, 29, but the Rockhounds' own power offensively offsets their pitching. Here's the 2-2 to Navarrete, and he swings and fouls it off his foot. Crumples down on the plate, gets up to his feet, and hip-hops around. That's going to hurt. They'll give him some time to compose himself. Midland has hit 35 home runs, more than any other team by 7. Meanwhile, the Travs have been out-homered this year, 25-17. And so if you're looking for a soft spot of the Traveler pitching staff, it's the long ball. Another 2-2 from DJ. And another drive deep to left field. Gates going back, and it's gone! The 4th home run. This one back-to-back with Rodriguez. And the Hooks are now teeing off. (5-1) Corpus Christi. That's Navarrete's 3rd homer of the year. Navarrete went down to get a curveball, and it looked like he hit it below his knees. Drove it over the left field fence. It was a line drive home run. The Hooks have opened up a 4-run lead. Now Mike Rodriguez takes a low fastball, 1-0. Navarrete, he actually hit 2 homers in that at-bat. One foul by a couple of feet and one that was fair. Ball 2 from James, high and outside. And now there is action in the Traveler bullpen. The 2-0 pitch. Swing, a fly ball, shallow center. Coming in Murphy. He is underneath it to make the catch. And the 2-out rally is complete. 3 runs for the Hooks on 2 homers. Nobody left. 7 innings complete, and the Hooks out by 4. 5-1 over the Travs. This is Arkansas Traveler Baseball. And now these words on CSN from the Air Force.
The Air Force is the only branch of service with its own community college. It's called the Community College of the Air Force, and it makes a difference. You see, in the Air Force, you earn college credit for learning your job. You can earn an associate's degree in one of 66 career fields. Your job experience goes farther in the Air Force. For more information, call 1-800-423-USAF or log on at airforce.com. Cross into the blue with the U.S. Air Force. No one comes close.
Everybody has a checking account, right?
Right. 1986, as the Shreveport Captains invaded Ray Winterfield in Little Rock to take on the Arkansas Travelers. Arkansas built up a 1-0 lead at the end of one inning of play, but Shreveport scored 3 runs in the top half of the third to lead 3-1 at the end of 3 innings of play. Shreveport built up a 4-2 lead going into the last half of the 8th inning. There were 2 outs, a runner on at first base, and the big first baseman of the Arkansas Travelers, Dave Cable, came to the plate.
Cable, left-handed hitter. Wearing the collar tonight, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. There it goes! It's way out of here!
And it was a home run for Dave Cable, his 5th home run of the year, as that tied the game up at 4-4. It forced extra innings. Then Shreveport came up in the 14th inning. Extra innings at the ballpark at Ray Winterfield. It was tied 4-4. Bases were loaded, and Angelo Escobar came to the plate to bat for Shreveport. The count went to 3-2.
The 3-2 pitch is coming. Fastball up high, ball 4. And that forces in a run, Litton from third. And Shreveport has regained the lead. It's now 5-4 in favor of the Captains.
And the Captains scored 3 more runs in the top half of the 14th inning to take an 8-4 lead going into the last half of the 14th inning. Arkansas couldn't muster any, and it was Shreveport defeating the Arkansas Travelers on June the 18th, 1986, in extra innings, 14 innings, 8-4 the final score. And that's tonight's American Gold and Silver Traveler Flashback.
First time in franchise history, a history all of 32 games, that Corpus Christi has hit back-to-back home runs. Their 4 homers represents the highest homer output in a game for the Hooks this year. 4 homers, putting up 5 runs for Corpus Christi, and they're ahead by 4 against the Travelers. Erick Aybar leads off the 8th inning, takes high from the new pitcher Jailen Peguero. Peguero comes in to replace Barzilla, who went just a third of an inning, allowing a hit and no runs. Strike 1 to Aybar on the inside corner as he switches over to bat from the left side. Peguero, who got the save in Sunday's ball game, makes appearance number 12. Here's the 1-1. Aybar swings a looper towards short. Riggs is there to make the catch 5 steps to left field. So Aybar 0 for 3. He and Callaspo are really, really struggling. They're not hitting the ball hard at all. Callaspo 0 for 3. Aybar 0 for 3. The 2 of them together with only 8 base hits combined in the last 14 games. Now David Gates is up, and he's 1 for 3. Peguero has allowed only 9 hits in 14 2/3 innings. Very low average against, 184. Gates swings and misses on top of a curveball, and it's strike 1. So things not looking very good for the Travs, not with a couple of home runs hit last inning. The Travs had gotten within 1 run, looked like it was going to go down to the wire. But with 2 outs, Carlos Rodriguez and Ray Navarrete go back to back and take their largest lead of the game. A slider high to Gates, and it's 1-1. Tulsa leading Midland 5-1. That's in the 8th. Springfield 6-4 leading over San Antonio. That's in the 9th. Wichita over Frisco 8-3 in the 8th inning. So all the East Division teams are winning with the exception of Arkansas. Pitch high to Gates, and it's 2-1. Corpus Christi, actually Springfield, they're only 4 games in back of the Travs. If they hold on to win in San Antonio, the Travelers will be just 3 games ahead of 3rd place. Here's the 2-1 to Gates, and a swing and a soft grounder to the second baseman, Brooks Conrad. It is a routine 4-3 putout. So So 2 outs in the 8th inning to bring up the 5-hitter Murphy. The 4 home runs hit off Traveler pitching. It is the second time they've given up 4 homers in a ball game. Both of those ball games on the road. 19 home runs hit off Traveler pitchers away from Arkansas. First pitch to Murphy, inside, ball 1. Meanwhile, Trav pitchers have allowed only 7 home runs at home. It's a pretty equal amount of games on each side. Travs have played 16 at home. This is the 16th road game. 1-0 pitch, fouled back. Murphy got a good swing on a high fastball, but he didn't do much with it. It's 1-1. You would have to think that the home runs allowed on the road is one of the main reasons that the Travelers are 5 games under when they play away from Little Rock. 1-1 count to Murphy, 2 outs in the 8th inning and nobody on base. Peguero delivers and Murphy pulls it to the gap at second. Off the base, Norris, the first baseman, race to first. The pitcher wins the race. Murphy slams down his helmet. He is ejected from the game. Tommy Murphy ejected from the ball game by Aaron Banks. A very close play at first. I think Banks got it wrong, but you certainly cannot defend Murphy. Immediately slamming down his helmet, he basically asked for the ejection, and so he is ejected. 3 up, 3 down in the 8th, 5-1 Corpus Christi, and we move to the bottom of the 8th on the CSN Traveler Radio Network.
As an aircraft avionics technician, I repair just about any electronic component on the airplane.
Jared Lampkin earned a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Electronics Engineering Technology in 2003 and an Associate of Applied Science degree in 2002 from the ITT Technical Institute in Birmingham, Alabama.
My bachelor's from ITT Tech is a really well-respected degree. The school has a lot of hands-on teaching, and it's a really nice atmosphere.
At ITT Technical Institute, you can pursue skills that can be used to help you prepare for a new career or create opportunities in your current field. Call 1-800-ITT-TECH. That's 1-800-ITT-TECH, or visit us on the web at www.itt-tech.edu to investigate a campus nearest you. Find a potential new path to your future at ITT Tech.
I want to move higher, get everything I can, fly my own plane.
ITT Technical Institute. Education for the future.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life. Like the time I went on a shop till you drop-a-thon with my girlfriend. So there I am pinballing from store to store across the vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks great, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me. A Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare the fluid. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola. Make it real.
(5-1) Corpus Christi, bottom of the 8th inning, and Aaron Pullen comes on to relieve Delvin James. Tommy Murphy ejected from the ball game. He had a legitimate beef on that play at first base. There's no doubt that Tommy Murphy was safe at first, but I mean, you still can't defend a guy who immediately gets up, slams his helmet down, and says whatever to the first base umpire. But I think I can understand where Murphy is coming from. It has been a very frustrating ball game for the Travs, and I think it's been an extremely frustrating road trip for the Balls Club. Because if they don't come up with a big 9th inning, they're going to end up 1-5 on the trip. Charlton Jimerson to lead off the 8th inning against Pullen. Swing and a miss on a fastball, strike 1. So, with Murphy out of the game, Chris Morris now comes in to take over at center field. There's no other changes. Jimerson 1 for 2 with a bunt single, a walk, and a ground out, and there's a foul ball out of play. Pullen, the third Traveler pitcher. Delvin James goes 2 innings and allows 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned, all coming on the homer. All 5 Corpus Christi runs coming on the long ball today. Pullen's 0-2 pitch to Jimerson. Swing and a miss on the strikeout. Kind of on a slider. Jimerson strikes out for the 36th time this year. Pullen strikes out his 8th of the season. Clearance number 14, tying Aaron with Vaughn Sturzbach and Jonathan Rowenhurst for the team lead in games appeared in. 3.38 ERA. 1 out, and Gimenez, the batter, 1 for 3. Pullen winds, kicks, and delivers a changeup outside. It's 1-0. Major League final scores coming in from Florida. Marlins put up 5 in the 8th, and they beat the Astros 6-2. Pitch looped towards shallow left, a base hit for Gimenez. He's 2 for 4 with his second single of the night. Cincinnati defeats San Diego 5-1. Toronto over Kansas City 3-1. The Yankees defeat Seattle 7-4. Boston comes back on a 2-run homer in the bottom of the ninth by Kevin Millar. And they win over Oakland 3-2. Minnesota with 2 in the 10th defeated Baltimore 6-4. Cubs blank the Mets 7-0 on 3 hits as Greg Maddux wins his second of the year. 4 home runs for the Cubbies. A pitch outside for a ball to Norris. 1-0. Tampa Bay has defeated the White Sox 7-6. Second straight loss for Chicago. Pulling into the glove now at the stretch, and the pitch to Norris is a double play ball to second. Callaspo on to Aybar 1. The throw to first 2. That's the second double play the Travs turn today. They haven't looked bad in the field. They've looked bad at the plate. And unless the Travs come up with 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning, they go to 1-5 on the road trip. 5-1, Corpus Christi leads. We go to the 9th on the CSN Travelers Radio Network.
Are you tired of dealing with peeling, cracking, chipping paint, drafty houses? Then call Royal Windows and Siding right now. They can wrap your home in a blanket of insulation and add the Grand Sierra siding from Alcoa. It's the only siding with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. Call in now for special savings from Royal Windows and Siding. Never paint again. Call about the Grand Sierra siding at 1-800-760-1419. Call Royal now at 1-800-760-1419.
Pig and Chick has always given you and your family the best choices in great food. Many of you are now watching those carbs, and although the Pig and Chick menu has always offered great low-carb items, there's now a special low-carb menu featuring items with the same great taste Pig and Chick is famous for. Of course, you'll still find those great Pig and Chick ribs, barbecue sandwiches, catfish, gourmet sandwiches, chicken, steaks, and more. Bring the whole family for a relaxing dinner. In a hurry? Get it to go. Pig and Chick, 7824 Highway 107 in Sherwood. Open 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
It happens every time you open the door at Moe's Southwest Grill. Mo wants you to feel welcome, so every time you open the door. But that's not the reason people open Moe's door. It's because Mo knows burritos. And because Mo is fanatical about fresh food. You won't even find a freezer there because Mo makes everything from scratch. People open the door because Mo knows salad. And because you get to watch as your meal is made to order right in front of you in just a few minutes. And Mo knows quesadillas. So bring a friend. Bring the whole family. But if you don't mind, when you do come into Moe's Southwest Grill, please only open the door once.
Last chance for the Travs. They're down 4 runs here in the top of the 9th inning, 5-1. It'll take a monumental comeback here, considering that the Travs haven't swung the bat very well today. And going up a pitcher in Jailen Peguero, who carries an earned run average of .063. Mike Napoli leads off, takes a first pitch strike. Peguero set the Travs down in order in the 8th inning, which included Murphy's ground out and subsequent ejection. First Traveler ejection since that bench clearing incident in Little Rock against Wichita a few weeks ago. Pitch away to Napoli, and it's 1-1. So Tommy will also receive a fine from the league office. 1-1 the pitch to Napoli. Slider high, 2-1. Travs have scored 11 runs in the ninth inning this year, scoring 6 times in the ninth inning. 2-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. Good pitch to hit. Napoli just not quite seeing the ball, I guess. Napoli's body language is one of frustration at home plate. What a tough road trip it's been for the team in general. 2-2 count. Peguero delivers. A slider in the dirt, 3-2. One of the things about this road trip, it's one of the more enjoyable trips the team gets to take. 2 exciting towns in Corpus Christi and San Antonio. 2 very nice ballparks. However, I think they'd rather go to boring cities and win than go to fun cities and lose. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. As Napoli reaches base for the second time. He walked in the 7th and scored the only Arkansas run.
First baseman, Mike Elbert.
Peguero recently anointed as the new closer for the Hooks. Previously it had been Kevin Hodge. Hodge had blown 3 saves recently. Peguero, who throws really hard in the low to mid 90s, has saved 2 games. This is not a save situation. Elward the batter. Swing and a line drive at shallow center. It is in for a hit. Cut off in the gap by Anderson. Ball takes a pretty mean skip on the Bermuda grass in the outfield, and Anderson played it well. So the Travs have a couple men on base here in the 9th inning. And it brings up Brent Del Chiaro. However, he won't get a chance to hit. Greg Porter instead comes up to bat in a pinch hit situation. Del Chiaro never made contact except for 1 foul ball. He struck out every one of his 3 at-bats. And it looked like Gamboa had sat Porter due to the left-hander McLemore pitching. Porter now comes on to hit against the right-handed reliever. And Greg actually has a .393 batting average against left-handed pitchers. Against righties, he's hitting .284. Overall, a .314 average without a homer and 7 RBIs. From the stretch, Peguero. He delivers. Porter takes ball 1. Nobody out. Travs need 4 runs here in the 9th. The 1-0 pitch to Porter. A swing and a foul back into the screen. Went after a low fastball, and it's 1-1. Peguero, a 24-year-old native of the Dominican Republic, has recorded 18 saves throughout his career. Once again, this is not a save situation. He entered with Corpus Christi ahead by 4. Porter check swing. They'll appeal. No swing. The ball was in the dirt. And it is 2-1. Perhaps Porter will be selective here on 2-1. Perhaps Peguero leaves a fat one. Here's the pitch. A swing and a broken bat fly ball into shallow center. It is in for a base hit. 1 base for everybody, and that brings the tying run to the plate. A broken bat single for Porter loads them up for Ryan Leahy. So for the first time, the Travs load the bases and they put pressure on the Corpus Christi Hooks with nobody out. Previously in this ballgame, the Travs had chances to score, but it came with 2 outs or 1 out. Leahy has 2 of the Travelers' 6 hits. A double in the 3rd, a single in the 7th. They're going to look for a ground ball double play. They're loaded with nobody out. Here's the first pitch. Swing a ground ball. Base hit into left field. It scores Napoli. And 1 base for everybody. 5-2. The tying run is aboard. And the go-ahead run comes up to the plate. Leahy 3 for 4.
Right fielder, Reggie Willits.
That's his first RBI of the year. Time called, and Slusarski, the Corpus Christi pitching coach, has come out of the dugout. The Travelers attempting to rally back in the 9th inning. They need 4. They've gotten 1 already. And Mr. Bases Loaded coming up. It's Reggie Willits. Peguero blew away the Travs in the 8th inning. They only had 1 man making solid contact. That was Murphy. And then here in the 9th, Peguero started the inning with a full count walk to Napoli. Elward had a line drive single. Porter a pinch hit single to center. And Leahy singles to left field. So here's Wills. With the bases loaded, 2 for 3. 7 RBIs. Tying run aboard at first base. Many of the over 7,000 fans have left Whataburger Field already. Willits bats on the left side, 1 for 3 today with an infield single. Peguero delivers. Willits swings. Fly ball center field. He hit it pretty well. Going back to the gap is Anderson, and he makes the catch. Tagging from third. Elward scores standing up. The other runners hold at first and second base. Porter went halfway to third instead of tagging up, and he might have had a chance to get to third base if he had tagged up. So it's a sacrifice fly. 5-3 is the score. And now you get to the 2 Trav hitters who have been slumping worse than anybody. Callaspo and Aybar. Alberto 0 for 3 today, 5 for his last 34. He's batting left-handed. First pitch. Fouled away, strike 1. First inning walk. Callaspo hit into a double play that ended the 3rd inning. Flied out to center in the 6th. Grounded out in the 7th, leaving 2 runners in scoring position. Peguero ahead 0-1. And the pitch. Another foul ball. This one high in the air over third base. Out of play. 0-2. There's a right-hander throwing in Corpus Christi bullpen. Closer Peguero having trouble getting out of the 9th inning. It is Roberto Giron warming up. Callaspo trails in the count 0-2. Tying run aboard at first. That's Leahy. Porter the runner at second. Here's the pitch. High fastball. Peguero loaded up with a high heater. Blew it at 92. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Callaspo. There's a big gap in right center field. He can skim a line drive over the second baseman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball in a shallow left. Coming in Rodriguez, and he is there to make the catch. That's the second out of the 9th inning. Rodriguez was playing Callaspo perfectly. Shallow in left field. He barely had to move for that ball. Erick Aybar, 0 for 3 today. 3 for his last 26. Two-run deficit. First pitch. Swing a routine grounder to second. Conrad throws to first, and Corpus Christi wins it. Travs mustered 2 runs in the 9th inning. They get 3 hits. They leave the tying runs on base as neither Callaspo nor Aybar could come up with the clutch base hit. And the Travs now go to 1-5 on the road trip. 5-3 Corpus Christi. The totals coming up on CSN Radio Network.
Snack to go. Snack.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi, I just want a 6-pack.
Better choices. Sonic's got them, others don't. Come in today for the spicy taste of Sonic's new Cajun chicken sandwich. A tender grilled chicken breast topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, pepper jack cheese, and ranch dressing. Then seasoned with some savory blackened sauce. It's a little bit of New Orleans flavor served up hot and fast the way only Sonic can do it. But only for a limited time at participating Sonic drive-ins. The new Cajun chicken sandwich. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
With your family tonight, whether you're planning a meal before the game or snacks for the game, remember to include milk, cheese, and yogurt in the game plan. 3 servings a day of dairy is the right amount to help keep your body healthy. It's easy. Just look for the 3-a-day logo on your favorite calcium-rich dairy foods at your local retailer. For more information, including recipes and coupons, visit www.3aday.org. Have you had your 3-a-day today? The power of cheese.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi, I just bought a 6-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer.
There's no taste?
I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could send me flavor. Like, I'm not trying. All I want is flavor.
Sure, there's no flavor.
Is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no center.
I'll tell you what. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Hey, nobody said quitting smoking was easy, but others have done it, and you can too, with help from the SOS Quit line, 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the help you need to kick the tobacco habit. It's free, and it's free of nagging and preaching too. So call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and get the help you need. What have you got to lose, besides the most dangerous habit you've ever had? 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call now.
The third base coach. He doesn't get much attention. You've never heard of a third base coach groupie, have you? But he's vital to the success of the team. His experience and knowledge of the game can mean the difference between scoring a run or getting thrown out at the plate. Allstate agents play a similar role to the third base coach, although they have experience with much more than just home. They can help with auto insurance, life insurance, and your retirement needs as well. And they'll do it without using any crazy signals. They'll help you understand the coverage options available so you can find the one that's right for you. You deserve a team with big league experience. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
To get a team with big league experience, just visit your local Allstate agent. Call 1-800-ALLSTATE or click on allstate.com. Insurance subject to availability and qualifications. Allstate Insurance Company, Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, and Allstate Indemnity Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Travs lose again here in Corpus Christi, dropping 2 of the first 3 games to the Hooks. 5-3, the final score here, the unofficial totals. Travelers score 3 runs on 7 hits. They do not commit an error. They leave 9 runners on base. Corpus Christi, 5 runs, all on homers. 9 hits, no errors, 7 runners stranded. Winning pitcher is Mark McLemore. He is 3-2. Stephen Shell takes the loss, falling to 1-3. The 4 home runs for Corpus Christi. Mike Rodriguez is second. Brooks Conrad is first. Carlos Rodriguez is fifth and his third against the Travs. And Ray Navarrete hit his 3rd home run of the year. The loss sends the Travs to 18-14 on the season, 5-11 away from Raywinter Field. Corpus Christi now to 13-19, and they even their home record at 8 wins against 8 losses. We've got the Allstate Insurance postgame report coming up next on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Arkansas Traveler Baseball on the CSN Radio Network was brought to you by the ITT Technical Institute online at itt-tech.edu. By Coca-Cola, make it real. By Miller Lite, prevent taste loss with Miller Lite. And by Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. And by the Sonic Drive-In. Arkin Traveler Baseball has been brought to you statewide on the Creative Sports Radio Network by Bale Honda. See the new Honda cars and trucks today. By the U.S. Air Force, crossing to the blue. The Bank of the Ozarks with several locations to serve you. And by the Canadian Tax Advisory Group. Arkansas Traveler Baseball has been a presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network. Stay tuned next for the Traveler Postgame Show, right here on CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Son, you're a young man now. I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about men and women.
I know all about that stuff.
Well, you might know a little biology, but do you know how to treat a woman?
I guess I could use a little direction. So how do I treat a woman, Dad?
You know, I'm not going to tell you. You have to figure that out by yourself.
How?
Well, first I suggest you watch a lot of bad TV and violent movies and observe how women get treated there.
Okay, I'm kind of doing that already. What else?
Well, let's see. Oh, yeah, when you're at school, be sure to take careful note of what irresponsible older boys say.
I sure will.
Sometimes the only message boys get is the wrong one. Many young men need advice and direction on how to behave towards women. You can help provide it. By teaching boys early that violence against women is wrong, you can help prevent domestic violence. For tips on what to say, visit www.endabuse.org. End Abuse. Teach early. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council and the Family Violence Prevention Fund.
Mommy, sing me to sleep.
Sure, sweetie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, you're a ball of gas that's very far. 32 light years in the sky, 10 parsecs, which is really high. Helium, carbon, and
hydrogen
fuse to make our starry friend. When it enters supernova stage, it explodes with bursts of rays. And if the star's mass is big and bold, it will become a big black hole.
And if the star's mass is big and bold, it will become a big black hole. Thanks, Mom.
By the 6th grade, many girls lose interest in math and science, so it's up to parents to help create a brighter future for them. For some simple ideas, go to girlsgotech.org.
A public service announcement brought to you by Girl Scouts of USA and Ad Council.
The Allstate Insurance Arkansas Traveler Postgame Show is brought to you by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Welcome to the Traveler Postgame Report brought to you by Allstate Insurance. See your local Allstate Insurance anywhere in the state of Arkansas. Allstate Insurance, the good hands people. Travs lose today by a 5-3 final score. It was the long ball doing in Arkansas pitchers tonight. 4 Corpus Christi home runs, and now the Travs on the season have allowed a league-high home run total of 26. There's 26 home runs allowed by the Travs, more than anybody else except for the Midland Rockhounds, who've allowed 29. And it all started for Corpus Christi in the second inning as Mike Rodriguez hit a home run into the wind, just getting inside the foul pole in right field. Rodriguez's second homer of the season hit off Steven Shell, 1-0 Corpus Christi. In the 5th inning, with still a 1-0 score, Corpus Christi got another home run. This one went along with the wind out to left center field. Brooks Conrad got it up into the jet stream, and it ended up on the other side of the left center fence, 2-0 Corpus Christi. Travs had a chance to score in the 3rd, left a runner in scoring position, same in the 4th. Finally broke through in the 7th against Mark McLemore, who finished allowing only 3 hits in 6 2/3. However, his 5th walk of the ball game led off the 7th as Mike Napoli drew a walk. Then after a couple of outs, Ryan Leahy had his second of 3 base hits, a base hit to right field, and Napoli went across the infield from 1st to 3rd. Philip Arzilla came in from the bullpen, and Reggie Willits hit a very slow ground ball to the 3rd baseman, Ray Navarrete. Beat the throw to first, knocking in Napoli for the first run for Arkansas. Then more power for Corpus Christi, as the first 2 batters were recorded out by Delvin James in the 7th. Then he walked Brooks Conrad and allowed back-to-back home runs. Carlos Rodriguez took him deep to left field, followed by another home run by Navarrete to left field. Corpus Christi out in front 5-1. Travs come back in the 9th inning as the first 4 batters of the inning reach against Jailen Peguero. A walk to Napoli, his second of the game. Elward and the pinch hitter Greg Porter single to load the bases for Ryan Leahy. Leahy drives a ball between third and short, knocking in Napoli and cutting it to a 5-2 lead. And then Reggie Willits, with the bases loaded, flies out to center, scoring Elward on the sacrifice fly, and it was 5-3. Both Alberto Callaspo and Erick Aybar had a chance to tie the game if they could send the ball into the gaps. However, Callaspo flied out to left field, and Aybar grounded out to second. That ended the ball game, and the Travs lose today by the final of 5-3. Mark McLemore picks up the win as he goes 6 2/3, allowing 3 hits and a run, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. McLemore is 3-2. Steven Shell, the losing pitcher, falls to 1-3. He gives up 6 hits, 2 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts in his 5 innings. Shell now 1-3. The home runs allowed by the Travs, 4. It's the second time they've given up 4 this season, and it's also the second time Corpus Christi has had a 4-homer game in the 2005 campaign. We'll now pause 10 seconds for station identification across the CSN radio network. From Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, this is the Creative Sports Radio Network, your home for Arkansas Traveler Baseball. An update of the Texas League scores will come up next. But first, these words on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
The third base coach. He doesn't get much attention. You've never heard of a third base coach groupie, have you? But he's vital to the success of the team. His experience and knowledge of the game can mean the difference between scoring a run or getting thrown out at the plate. All-state agents play a similar role to the third base coach, although they have experience with much more than just home. They can help with auto insurance, life insurance, and your retirement needs as well. And they'll do it without using any crazy signals. They'll help you understand the coverage options available so you can find the one that's right for you. You deserve a team with big league experience. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
To get a team with big league experience, just visit your local Allstate agent. Call 1-800-ALLSTATE or click on allstate.com. Insurance subject to availability and qualifications. Allstate Insurance Company, Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, and Allstate Indemnity Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Better choices. Sonic's got them, others don't. Come in today for the spicy taste of Sonic's new Cajun chicken sandwich. A tender grilled chicken breast topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, pepper jack cheese, and ranch dressing. Then seasoned with Sonic's savory blackened sauce. It's a little bit of New Orleans flavor served up hot and fast the way only Sonic can do it. But only for a limited time at participating Sonic drive-ins. The new Cajun chicken sandwich. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
It's the end of the day, and you've got 2 choices, each with its own delights. The champagne of beers or the champagne of light beers. So you do what every good high life man would do when faced with a head-scratching decision. You find the quarter. Tails. You say Miller High Life Light and reach for the peanuts. The rising moon says, well done, my friend. That's the High Life way. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
Back here on the Travelers postgame report brought to you by Allstate Insurance as we get to the Texas League scores. We will start with the one final score, which is coming from Tulsa. The Drillers defeat the Midland Rockhounds by a 5-1 final score. Christian Parker got the win. He is 3-1. Drew Dickinson, the losing pitcher, falls to 1-4. Jason Nix of the Drillers hit his second home run of the season. So Tulsa now at 20-12. They get 2 games ahead of the Travs. Springfield had a 2-run lead, a race in the bottom of the 9th inning. San Antonio put up 2 runs and tied the game. They're now in the top of the 10th inning, 6-6. Tyler Mingus has hit his 6th home run for Springfield. John Nelson hit his 5th for San Antonio. And in the bottom of the 8th inning at Wichita, the Wranglers still leading the Frisco Rough Riders by an 8-3 score. 2 homers for the Wranglers, Huber and Keem. Those are the scores from the Texas League, and we've got the Major League scoreboards coming up after these words on CSN from Settle Office Products.
comes to a full line of office products, the name is Settle Office Products, 4412 MacArthur Drive in North Little Rock. They've been in business on MacArthur Drive for 23 years. They get free delivery anywhere in Central Arkansas. They have office furniture, office supplies, scratch and dent furniture, and they're family owned and operated. Give them a call today at 758-1050 or see them on the website at www.settleofficepro.com. Do you feel like you pay too much in taxes? If you're 55 or older, let the professionals at Canadian Tax Advisory Group show you how you can possibly reduce or eliminate your taxes. Ask about our complimentary tax analysis service. Call today for an appointment at 1-800-550-1759. That's 1-800-550-1759. Our office is located at 102 Country Club Parkway, Suite B in Maumelle. The Canadian Tax Advisory Group, where we can help you save on your taxes. Dreams makes the best reality. And the reality is that the Honda Ridgeline is here at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. It's tough as nails and rugged from top to bottom. The all-new 2006 Honda Ridgeline features a rigid closed-box frame with unit body construction and fully independent suspension for confident handling. The Honda Ridgeline with full features. Come see it today and drive it away tonight at Bale Honda, 13101 Chenal Parkway in Little Rock. Bale Honda, making your life's drive a little bit smoother.
The Air Force.
Why do people statewide across the state of Arkansas like CSN? Here's Gary Coates, General Manager and owner of affiliate KBJT in Fordyce.
Well, I like it because it's Arkansas-oriented. You know, the things that that CSN carries are always, from within the state, and for the most part, and it's a real big help to our broadcast schedule.
CSN now in her 27th year.
Checking out the scores in the major leagues now on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Travs losing today here in Corpus Christi 5-3. We get to the National League games in progress right now. They're in the top of the 8th at Milwaukee. 8-5 Brewers over the Phillies. 2 homers from Mike Lieberthal. Bobby Abreu was homered as well. Lyle Overbay hit number 7 for the Brewers. Top 8 and a back-and-forth affair at St. Louis. The Dodgers currently on top of the Cardinals 9-8. Jeff Kent and Hesop Choi have homered for the Dodgers. Reggie Sanders, 2 home runs for the Cardinals. Scott Rowland hit his 5th. 8-5, bottom of the 7th. Atlanta leading Colorado. Top of the 6th inning, and it's the Nationals over Arizona 2-0. Pittsburgh and San Francisco 0-0 in the bottom of the 5th. In progress currently in the American League. 4 innings in the books at Angel Stadium. Los Angeles over Cleveland 2-1. Johnny Peralta is homered for the Tribe. Garrett Anderson for the Angels. To the final scores now. Cubs blank the Mets 7-0, a 3-hitter. As Greg Maddux combines for a 3-hitter. He strikes out 10 to win his 2nd of the season. 4 home runs for the Cubbies. Jeremy Burnitz and Jason DuBois each with 1. Corey Patterson hit 2. Cincinnati 5-1 over the San Diego Padres today. Coffey gets the win. Lawrence the loser. Danny Jackson of the Padres hit the game's only home run. The Florida Marlins rally in the 8th inning for 5 runs, and they come back and defeat Houston 6-2. Marlins got home runs from Carlos Delgado and Paul LaDuca. Houston got a homer from Willie Taveras. In the American League, the Minnesota Twins scored 2 times in the 10th, and they go on for a 6-4 win at Baltimore. Shannon Stewart and Jock Jones homered for the Twins. Palmeiro, Lopez, and Roberts for Baltimore. Crane, the winner, 2-0. Klein, the loser, 2-2. Nathan saves his 10th. Boston gets a dramatic walk-off 2-run homer from Kevin Millar, and the Red Sox defeat the Oakland A's 3-2 at Fenway. Millar's homer was hit off Octavio Dotel, who took the loss. He's 1-1. Made a winner out of Matt Manti, his first win of the year. The Yankees win their 4th straight. Tino Martinez powers the offense with his 8th home run, and the Yankees defeat Seattle 7-4. Wang, the winner, is 1-1. Mo Rivera saved his 5th. Aaron Seeley took the loss, falling to 2-4. The Toronto Blue Jays get a lift from Roy Halladay as he goes the distance for his 3rd complete game win. 3-1 over the Kansas City Royals. Halladay is 5-2. Zach Greinke lost it. He's 0-4. Mike Sweeney homered for the Royals. Shea Hillenbrand homered for the Blue Jays. Tampa Bay 7-6 winners over the White Sox. Jesus Colomi the winner 1-0. Shingo Takatsu the loser 0-2. White Sox losing the second in a row. Tampa Bay got homers from Toby Hall and Jorge Cantu. Texas a 5-4 winner over the Detroit Tigers. It was Doug Brocail getting the win 2-0. Johnson the loser 2-3. Cordero saves his 11th. Texas gets home runs from Gary Matthews Jr. and Hank Blaylock. The score here in Corpus Christi was 5-3. The Hooks over the Arkansas Travelers, and we'll name our BC Powder Player of the Game after these words on the Creative Sports Radio Network.
Anybody ever say to you, look like somebody's got a case of the Mondays? What are the Mondays? Are you supposed to be glum and depressed just because the work week started? What a bunch of baloney. Here at Ray Winder Field, we're going to turn Mondays into something you can look forward to. That's because the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat Gazette presents Democrat Gazette Mondays here at Ray Winder Field. Every Monday, the Travs are home. You just pick up a copy of the Democrat Gazette, and there'll be a discount coupon right in the sports section, good for $3 admission. See, Mondays aren't so bad, at least not during the baseball season. So the next time someone tells you about a bad case of the Mondays, grab 2 quarters, get the Democrat Gazette, and show them that the Mondays are a good thing to get. It's a $3 coupon every Monday, brought to you by the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Okay, everybody, we've got to let Travs fans know about our baseball bingo promotion. Sing along if you know the words. At the old ballpark in Little Rock, we play baseball bingo.
B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. We play baseball and bingo.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays, you'll win lots of prizes.
B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. We play baseball and bingo.
If you can win a free dinner at the Golden Corral or Villa.
B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. We play baseball and bingo.
Academy Sports and Outdoors gives away a gift card. Don't worry, fans, we won't sing this at the ballpark, but it's baseball and bingo on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Ray Winder Field.
We play baseball and bingo.
Corpus Christi defeats the Travs tonight 5-3. We'll name the BC Powder Player of the Game here, and we're actually going to give it to one of the Travelers, even though they lost. Ryan Leahy goes 3 for 4 with a double, and the Travs RBI single in the 9th inning. Leahy represented the tying run, and the kid's playing pretty good baseball in his second professional season with 3 base hits and 4 at-bats. Although the Travs take the loss, Leahy a bright spot in the loss today. Ryan Leahy is today's BC Powder Player of the Game. BC Powder is the official pain reliever of the Arkansas Travelers. BC gets into your system fast, and BC goes to work fast. For headaches, backaches, or muscle pain, nothing works faster than BC. 5-3, Corpus Christi wins it tonight. We'll wrap the broadcast up after this on the CSN Arkansas Traveler Baseball Network.
Ed and I sell soft drinks at ball games, and he first told me about BC Powder.
We carry big trays of drinks up and down the stadium steps. Man, it's a killer.
And with a backache, that tray feels heavier and heavier.
And the stairs are tough on your knees.
One night I was dragging, and the game wasn't half over.
I told Brian he needed a BC to stop the pain fast, because it goes to work quick.
BC stopped the pain, got me right back to work.
BC goes down easy with a soft drink, but don't tell the boss, okay?
BC, pain relief at the speed of powder. Use as directed.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life. Like the time I went on a shop till you drop a thon with my girlfriend. So there I am, pinballing from store to store across the vast expanse of this mega mall, forced to give my opinion on her clothing choices, which she promptly ignored. I think it was from all the, yeah, that looks great, honey, but I was parched. Only one thing was going to unparch me, a Coke. I would have cried, but I couldn't spare the fluid. So next time I go shopping, it'll be online. Coca-Cola. Make it real.
Better choices. Sonic's got them, others don't. Come in today for the spicy taste of Sonic's new Cajun chicken sandwich. A tender grilled chicken breast topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, pepper jack cheese, and ranch dressing. Then seasoned with Sonic's savory blackened sauce. It's a little bit of New Orleans flavor served up hot and fast the way only Sonic can do it. But only for a limited time at participating Sonic drive-ins. The new Cajun chicken sandwich. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Wrapping up the broadcast tonight, Corpus Christi, the winning ball club, 5-3. So the Travs' road woes continue. Even breaking out of the offensive slump yesterday, putting up the 10 base hits in the 8-3 victory tonight. The Travs waited until the last inning to put up any semblance of life, as they did have the tying runs on base, but Alberto Callaspo and Erick Aybar combining to go 0 for 8 with 5 runners left on base. They left 4 runners in scoring position, so it seems that one hit from either of them might have been the difference maker today. Of course, you look at Corpus Christi, and they hit 4 home runs. It's very odd, very difficult to beat a team when they hit 4 home runs. Corpus Christi 5-3 winners tonight. The Hooks are now 13-19 and 8-8 at Whataburger Field. The Travs fall to 18-14 and 5-11 away from Ray Winder Field. And it's a sure thing now. The Travs have a losing road trip as they fall to 1-5 on the current trip. Wrap it up tomorrow as they'll play against Corpus Christi with a 12:05 start time. On the mound for the Travs tomorrow afternoon is Joe Saunders. He's 2-1 with a 3.94 ERA, coming off a very rough performance against San Antonio as he was knocked out in the 3rd inning. Right-hander Chris Sampson will pitch for Corpus Christi. He's 1-3 with a 4.26 earned run average. Again, that first pitch tomorrow afternoon at 12:05. And we'll have the ITT Technical Institute pregame show at 11:40 in the morning right here on the Creative Sports Network. Travs will get on the luxury liner after the game tomorrow and head back to Little Rock for Thursday's off day. We'll be kicking off a 5-game series with Tulsa Friday night at Ray Winder Field. A big thank you to all the studio engineers and producers down the line on the CSN Radio Network. Also a thank you to Josh Harrison and Mike Harrison, the producer engineers at CSN Center Control in Conway. I'm Phil Elson. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, the final score, the Corpus Christi Hooks 5 and the Arkansas Travelers 3. Folks, don't forget it's just a game. We'll be talking baseball again tomorrow night.
The Arkansas Traveler postgame show was brought to you by Allstate Insurance. See your nearest Allstate Insurance agent anywhere in Arkansas today. And remember, you're in good hands with Allstate. Arkansas Traveler Baseball has been a presentation of CSN, the Creative Sports Radio Network.